If I recall correctly, last time you continued to explore this ruined city. You got some instructions from a good friend on how to get where you need to be. Oh, I say a good friend. The guy was kind of weird. You also met up with a large, malleable shape. You fought some goblins who had a pretty neat setup. A lot of water. And then you beat up these fine gentlemen and their goblin friends. They took their gem. And got confused over it.
Oh, my bow works now.
Just setting up a thing real quick.
Your bow works. Sweet.
There we go.
This should record it just fine.
Oh yeah, I fixed it last time, yeah.
There won't be any fancy icons lighting up when somebody speaks, though.
2 windfall masters made.
Because my computer fucking exploded.
Because you died? No way.
Well, since Argus is dead, everyone loot his body.
Oh, that's mean.
Listen, it's called trickle-down theory. If someone dies, all the money goes to the person closest to him. As in physically the closest and can pick it up the fastest.
That's okay. I'm carrying all his money anyway. There's nothing on the corpse.
Only if I get to die like a source engine ragdoll.
Point is,
Fly across the room.
you're in a dark cave. It's looking a bit grimy. There's the groaning of undead in the distance. What do you want to do?
There's groaning of undead. I thought there was hobgoblins.
Well, yeah, you heard a guy run down, and now that we're technically a few minutes later, because precise point is, you heard him walk off in the distance, and then after a short period of time, the noise stopped after a brief scream.
Well, I guess it's
You can still continue.
accident. I guess it's the accidents that happened.
Does Darkus say that?
Yeah, because they told us about the accidents. By the way, can you hear me okay, or is it like super distant?
I hear you just fine.
You're good.
Okay, because I can hear myself like from my barrel in the recording. I need to check something real quick.
Well, whenever you're ready, there's a bunch of stairs that go down to deeper in this place.
Okay,
Gigi,
one
she
second.
grabs, she goes with Datus down. Starts heading down.
I imagine that your dog doesn't appreciate going down because animals are simpler. Their natural essence is less impeded by the interpretive intelligence of the soul. When they're exposed to something unnatural like an undead, they respond more strongly to it. So as you go deeper down, there's a distinct sense that it doesn't want to be here, but because it's your animal companion, it's like, I'm not leaving you behind either. Like, I'll trust that where you're going is important enough that we need to be there.
Okay, I'm gonna start petting him just to like comfort him. So he knows that he's not alone.
It's kind of like trying to get rid of a phobia. You can't magically make it go away, but listen, he's there for you. He'll be there for you.
Just like I'm just like soothing until.
I thought dogs liked bones.
Additionally, since Argus and DG are divine casters, magic is put into you and you release it into the world. You are more sensitive to the fact that before, when you turned on detect magic, you saw this pervasive energy. Now you can just ambiently feel this pervasive energy. Like, if you were that kind of cleric, you could probably try to take this transmutative energy for yourself and use it as a source of power. Wouldn't be the best idea. It's kind of like going from batteries to a chunk of uranium. But hey, you could do it. Probably. Eventually, you reach the bottom. You are presented with a bunch of collapsed chasms. Here, the buildings are slightly bit more intact, but the ceiling is distinctly not in good shape. Additionally, a variety of magical fires and flitting energies create this, well, it's a bit brighter than above. Like there's normal lighting, even if sometimes the light source isn't quite what it should be, like a chunk of ice that flickers like a flame.
Do I still have my light thing?
Well, you shouldn't need your light thing, because there's light everywhere, to an extent.
Oh, shit. Okay, never mind.
Close this, close this, close this. Can leave that open. I have to... Oh, there we go.
Dwarf, I need your help.
Dwarf!
What the hell you need?
This. I'm point behind the corner.
Oh. Around the corner, you see a small contingent of hobgoblins. Although they don't look like they should. Their flesh is a bit grimier, their movements are stiffer and less alive. These are either the most undisciplined hobgoblins you've seen in your life, or they definitely ain't hobgoblins anymore, by the strictest term. Additionally, in the corner of this jagged room, you can see the corpse of an orc, who seems to have a special item clenched around around one of his fingers.
Oh, it's him.
Also, around the corner, you can see a goblin who kind of got overwhelmed by a small horde of zombies, and he doesn't look like he got out alive. There's a few zombie corpses around, but that guy's dead. Didn't make it. Didn't fight fiercely enough or quietly enough. Well, what's the plan, kids?
Formation.
Like,
Olaf had me behind.
the zombies are not. Undead are weird with how their senses aren't particularly impeded, but they also aren't like particularly attentive. Like you or I, we have our senses about us, but undead are different. It's weird, and it's one of those things that when you try to think about or explain it, it makes you feel uncomfortable because they're not normal and they shouldn't be. Anyway,
and
can
can
I
I
see
have?
from-
Sorry, can I have my dog right next to Aramis in case he like ever gets away from the group again?
you tell your dog to stay and point at Aramis, and he follows this command perfectly.
Cool.
From this point
Yeah,
forward,
just don't
Aramis
want
will,
him-
just say guard.
unless there's a
Yeah, I don't want him like running around.
unless there's something more pressing, your dog will now try to stay as close to Aramis as possible.
Okay.
I would like to beckon Aramis over and point towards the item that the orc is holding and ask him if they know what it is.
It's glowing. It's probably something fun. I can't identify magical items from this far. I'm not an eagle.
It's not fun when they're already dead.
Well, to be fair, they're eating the corpse, so you can just ignore them if you don't care that
Okay.
much.
Is it possible for me to sneak over?
How good are you with sneaking?
Try to grab. Not very well.
Do you have plate armor on?
No, I don't.
Well,
Oh,
Argus,
that's
if you
a lot.
you can
I'm not
always
that
try.
rich yet.
I -1 it moves silently, but
They're
with the
over.
zombies.
They're also very close to a body that they're eating, which is quite a noisy process. So
Yes. I'm gonna fall prone. I'm gonna climb. Not climb. Crawl over. If I see any movement from the zombies towards me, I'm just gonna run back.
you pretend to be the
Take it.
natural enemy of a zombie, a dead body.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Roll me some stealth.
Mhm.
Specifically, move silently.
Yes.
Oh!
Now, Argus,
I rolled a 2.
did you know that when you go prone, you scrape across the ground, and it's quite a noisy process?
Well, fair. Yes.
So, as our good
How
friend
far-
Argus is prone,
How far do I make it?
you know what? We'll say that you make it like halfway before
Mhm.
one of them like perks up for a moment. Now, people aren't sure why. There's a lot of fun debates. Aramis can have that fun debate with you if you insist on bothering him about it. But there are fun debates about why zombies are able to act in herd formation at all. Because when zombies attack, you'd think they'd get in each other's way because they're mindless undead. They would just logically bump into each other. But they don't. They seem to coordinate just enough that they're kind of... It's weird. And it's one of those things that when like one of them looks up, all of them suddenly look up at you. They have no brain, but they seem to acknowledge the motion of the other as something. It's weird and it's uncreepy, and all of their eyes are on you. And malice. You can feel the malice in the bottom of your belly.
Oh,
Mhm.
shit.
So, do I get to do what I said I would do if they turn towards me?
Which is what?
Run back.
Run back into
inside.
formation.
Hilarious. We'll see how that works out with initiative. Which is to say, if you're at the bottom, I will say no. But if you're closer to the top, hey, why not? Listen, Mr. Dead Hobgoblin, you don't get initiative, you're dead. You know what, Argus? I'll say that you managed to crawl your way back to formation. Quickly hop back. But next time, pick up the kip-up feat for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they are slow to react. These zombies. Olaf, they have started to groan. And the unmistakable chill of something made of negative energy want to take a big bite out of you crawls up your back.
Are they wearing armor?
They're wearing the same armor as the goblins upstairs, yes.
Okay.
Yell back.
Lizard,
Mm.
back over here.
No, it's not my turn yet.
I'll
So you can
stick-
grab me and pull me over if you want.
I'll just protect them. Protect them.
Handsome. Matthias.
Hey, get over here. Goes in front of him. He's confused.
If he didn't listen, thought I told you to get behind me.
You dummy.
And I slam down my shield and I wait for combat.
Handsome.
Yeah, I gotta back you up, my friend. Weapons drawn, ready to roll. That's my turn.
Ooh. Zombies always move towards the nearest living thing. At the very least, that's how they usually seem to act. And that's what this one does! That's why its arms are outstretched and want to say hello. It's charging. To as much as something like this can charge.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh. The weight of something that doesn't care about whatever its arm gets cut in the process is quite hefty. Probably a bit inflated. Why is neckbeard one of the adjectives on the random list? I don't know. I don't like it. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Beards have necks.
Neckbeard.
Mathematically speaking, you're both the closest, but I'll just go with the one that's less impeded. This large gum, doesn't he still have the prickles of a beard? He should shave.
Definitely.
He too throws his arms out against the mighty shield. Boom, boom.
Hard to hit flesh when there's none available.
Oh, this one can't actually go to anyone. It just shuffles forward at a steady pace. So as much as shuffling can be a steady pace. Argus, you're on the ground. Well, you weren't on the ground for a moment. You quickly jumped up and hopped back.
Yes.
Don't you have special tricks for dealing with undead? That book
Yes,
did mention some
exactly.
ways to control the weird energies that create these things.
Exactly. I will recall what I've learned from Terminus, and I'm going to rebuke the undead.
You tell the undead that you're a big
Rebuke.
boy now.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's actually a really good roll. Holy shit.
Yeah, for your level, hell yeah.
I think that technically allows you to take control of all of them if you wanted to. You can't control more than your level in HD, which I think you mean
Yeah.
you could. But they all
How-
cower for you. They all just.
However,
Pick it up.
there's this particular thing that might come into play.
Show me the goods, Argus. Improve turning as if you were level 5. Yeah. Oh no, it's your. Let me just look up turn on that because I read these rules every time and I always go. Meh. Let's see.
They're still new to me too.
Yeah.
You're turning it as a level 2 cleric, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Now that's all calculated if I'm correct. Action. No, but I need to see how many you can command. Okay. Exceed your level. Okay. How many hit dice does a basic zombie have? I think only one. So, hey, there you go. You can take control of 2 of them. The others will cower before you.
Fair enough. I'm going to take control over the biggest ones, and I'm going to order them, if I can order them on this turn.
I'm gonna give
Attack the others. Disassemble them.
There's no good status effect for this. I'll just put a little like height indicator above them. That ought to do.
That works.
These ones.
So yeah, basically, I call out to the Terminus and ask for some guidance in this.
Your terminus. What the hell, man? I thought you said undead were cool. Let's take a look.
Is
See,
Terminus his god?
Sort
Yes.
of. For the next 10 rounds, the other undead are in awe. The energy, the control. So undead don't have a mind yet. These seem to go, which makes them way easier to hit. And to be fair, they're zombies. They're not that hard to hit to begin with. Aramis peeks around the corner. Is a little.
Do you say his name out loud, Argus?
Excuse me?
Do you say his name out loud?
I assume for role-playing purposes, yes. For casting and whatnot, it requires to have verbal component and all that. So I explicitly call out to Terminus and whatnot.
If you want to know, I think Terminus is lawful neutral. Druids are okay with Terminus on the specific grounds that Terminus generally tries to avoid adding the bad kind of undead to the world. So it's like,
But
don't make
they're
enemies
there.
you don't have to.
But if they're there, might as well.
Yeah, it's a very... It's one of those situations where druids like having long conversations about them because that's what undead tend to do to people. They elicit long conversation. Aramis is like, I'll stay out of this. I'll be right over here if you need me. Argus,
Yes.
I'll say that you can give your commands if you want to. It's normally a move action, but hey, you already took control of them.
Yeah, I'm going to order the 2 big zombies to disassemble the others.
Assemble.
Disassemble.
Lego pieces.
The 2 of them go for the nearest zombie, and together they strike. Actually, are they two? No, they're one hit dice. Weird. It's just the human ones that are funky. Okay, cool. They reach out with their hands and deliver a blow.
A blow.
Or two. For some reason, the zombies start attacking each other. I don't know if anyone else understands exactly what's going on here, but hey, that's neat. Of course, zombies are resistant to anything that isn't slashing. Their body doesn't bruise, and making them leak fluids doesn't help too much either. You gotta cut them up. DG.
I'm gonna move. Can I move the flaming sphere at the same turn?
I think
So
when
it does initial damage on the initial turn.
the
yes.
first time you cast it, it bam sinks into that person. So go nuts.
Got it. I'm gonna cast it on this dude. Like flaming sphere.
That's the one that Argus is controlling. But if
Oh
you,
shit. Okay.
as in the one
This
that is
one then.
attacking the other zombie, so hey, why not? Why bother them when they're busy?
Right.
Yeah, I'd probably point out that the two in front of Olaf and Matthias are unattended right
Including the one that actually beat up Mathi is pretty good.
now. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna kill this one then.
Show me flaming sphere.
Do.
Well, zombies kind of suck at these. Oh, roll me that 3d6, baby.
There's a lot of purple light also.
Yeah, that's because DG has a big purple glow stick on her. Let's turn that one off for a moment.
3d6 6.
Zombies are quite flammable. So once it is
3,
struck,
2, 1. That's a funny roll.
that is a funny roll. It's not as funny if you're rolling for stats, but hey. The zombie is struck by fire. Zombies and other corpses are mushy, but they're surprisingly flammable for reasons that you shouldn't think about too hard. He burns up under the pressure of the fire.
Thetis is just gonna run. Run.
Protect Argus. Don't forget your Daka moves 60 feet, 40 feet. Your allies count as difficult terrain, so it costs 2 squares per space.
Then here.
Marvelous.
He's gonna
Olaf.
protect Aramis.
This lizard's getting weirder with the day, ain't he?
Attempt to chop off the arms of the one reaching out to him.
That's a different kind of arm than the one he wants to eat.
Well, I'd say this counts as disarmed.
You were going for the arm, but a dwarven axe is pretty hefty. You cut way more than you thought, and there's not much zombie left by the end. Matthias.
1, 2. Hack that goblin. That whatever thing, whatever. I'm just gonna hack. I got flanking.
1, 2.
You do. The others are trying to beat him up. That's a solid blow. Let's see how it resolves. How's that a miss? See that tough? Oh, no, I forgot to add the flanking. Excuse me.
There's also the being in awe, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's another +2. Yep, there he goes.
There we
And
go.
with that successful blow, you are left with no zombies. The ones that remain are stoic. Let's call it stoic. They seem to stop moving after the last given command has sort of worn out. There's nothing to attack that you want them to, so they're like, ugh.
I'm going to order them to step back as I kind of walk towards them and push them away from us.
It's sort of like if you've ever seen, there are these things called magnets. They're like weird stones that repel some other stones. It's kind of like that. They stay at whatever distance you are at first. That's the distance they maintain.
Fair enough.
Like, whoa there. Whoa
Additionally,
there.
It does feel weird, probably, because it's like prodding your mind into something where there's
a good way to
nothing.
explain this is it's implied that you have a mental connection with the undead. So
Mhm.
it's sort of like having another limb, but the limb is a whole body, and you just tell it what to do.
Yes.
Oh.
It's kind of like what a summoned creature is like, DG, but a bit weirder.
It's not alive.
It's like a pup. It's like a marionette.
Yeah,
Now, since I'm doing this for the first time, how long will this last?
this lasts technically indefinitely.
That is
Because
amusing.
they have no minds. Like the book mentioned this. It goes into detail of like, okay, undead don't have minds. They can't resist things. So once they suffer something, they kind of sit under it until someone intentionally fixes them up.
Fair enough.
Intelligence and that, of course, are a very different matter. You haven't gone to that chapter quite yet, but
something. I'm going to inform the rest of the party that these are on our side for the time being.
They're your flukies now.
How long? How long, Argus?
How long what?
Are they our allies?
Until I tell them not to be.
Interesting. Oh.
Ah. So they're basically, well, I mean, if they're the puppets, I guess I suppose I can dangle them on strings.
I mean, they are restrained. They are limited by the zombie anatomy as far as that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I will comment to Diagala that I could use her flaming sphere after this to clean off all the rotting bits.
Okay, I can move it around.
We don't have to do this right now. It's for after.
DG, that ring calls to you. It's a mental, subtle tug.
Oh shit.
Since I'm occupied just basically exploring what exactly I can do with these two idiots, I suppose I will not notice that DG is sneaking over.
Well,
Holy
Aramis is
shit,
also
what,
going
what,
over.
what ring again? I'm confused. I'm looking through.
The orc over here.
Oh, there you go.
On the right.
There's a little aura showing. There's a little energetic aura surrounding him. He's got a ring on him.
On this dude?
Yeah, let me throw it into your pocket. And let me give you a description. It's a ring of faceted clear crystal with a faint blue glow. Here you go. It's in your inventory now. Which means you don't have it.
Ooh.
Don't pretend. Orc.
Can I detect? No.
You can certainly use spellcraft to identify the item. You have a certain advantage on this one, actually.
Cool.
This is a druid-specific item, actually.
Ooh.
Ooh, how fancy.
Here, I'm turning off the
Right.
light source so it doesn't constantly emit this field around you.
That's
Cool.
what-
Together with your benefit, I'll tell you what this is. Identification Ho.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Ooh.
It is a known druid
Ooh.
relic-ish thing. It's a fancy thing.
Hmm.
Ooh. I can create like lightning.
You can. It essentially creates fairy fire that lasts for 5 rounds, and as long as it's on them, they get zapped by it. It's like you're throwing lightning powder over people.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
While
Fair-
that is happening, I would like to turn towards Matthias and Olaf and tell them that should they ever leave my control, don't hesitate to cut them down. The zombies, I mean. Technically, I'm planning to get rid of them at the end of this because this is exhausting as it is, but well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you know, part of me wants to cut him up right now, but it's all right.
You don't need extra bodies to throw at enemies. Someone expendable.
And part of me wants to make them cut each other up too, so you know.
We can do it after we're done here. It's like watching two monkeys fight each other with knives.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's
Oh,
a new racket. We bring it into town and be like, yeah, watch these things kill each other.
Yeah, I'm not bringing them to town. I'm not that insane.
I
Well, I
honestly,
am.
Emerson in the background, I was like, I don't know if they take more offense to those things or me.
Or me, for that matter.
They probably take less offense to you than the undead. Yes, that's an obvious case.
Hmm.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
just going to. I would like to investigate the zombies while they're standing still to try and understand why they died. Is there like
Don't they keep
obvious
like a
stab wounds?
radius from you?
No, that's only
no,
if he
it's
wants
because
to.
I asked them. Only because I asked
Oh.
them.
Taking a good look at these undead, it looks. I mean, they got bite marks, like distinct someone tried to eat them, which strongly implies that there are other undead that made these undead, because that's sometimes how it works, supposedly. I mean, there's many ways to make undead, supposedly. The book has many chapters on that stuff.
Yes.
Wouldn't have chapters if there wasn't things to write in them.
I would like to ask Diagala to give me a torch so I can hand it to one of the zombies so they go in front of us and step into the traps that they might stumble upon. Also, we
Yes.
should probably pick a direction because there's at least 3.
Don't we have to go north?
Northwest.
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 Before I do it, I'm gonna tell Olaf. I'm gonna tell Olaf, creating another type of ritual. So instead of blessing them for their death, I am hexing them for their death.
I don't. These are zombies, and I don't really care, but I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
They're already dead in my book.
Secretly, Diagala simply ran out of dirt.
Too much rock, too little dirt.
Too much rock. It's like,
She just hand
Ugh.
waves every single one.
mm,
Matthias, are you hurt?
a little bit.
I can go for some healing.
Okay.
I could try. Now, this thing basically
Ooh.
smashed you real hard. Is it possible for me to roll healing to try and fix this, to try and help this, or should I go straight for the magic?
Hey, you can give me a heal check if you want.
All right. I'd like to at least investigate what the wound is. That's a
So-
21.
Nice.
Zombies know one thing, and that is you gotta beat someone before you can eat them. Otherwise, they resist and they make too much of a mess and they hurt you, and that's bad.
Mm.
Simple instincts, simple people. You can definitely try to treat the wound a bit and recover about 4 hit points, as in you help accelerate the recovery.
Mm.
Pretty big bruise though. It's very sore.
Yeah. You're all purple.
It's gonna be cold for a little bit, but here, disindraine, and then she touches her hand on him. It's a little cold. We'll roll. Are you gonna roll?
You can't find the spell?
Nope, I'm pressing cast, but it's not rolling for some reason.
Click on the icon itself, on a little tiny icon of the spell. Like the picture.
Yeah, and then it says use. Oh.
Oh yeah, the action button just seems to deplete a spell. Oh, that's weird. Ugh.
What is it, like broken?
No, it's just acting up weird.
Oh God.
Do you need to have a? Let's see if it's having a target helps. Nope. There's just something wrong. Oh well, there's always something wrong with these sheets lately.
Well, at least the bow works this time.
At least the bow.
Good.
I had to rebuild the bow for it to work.
Well, I understand, but you know.
I guess 1d.
1d8 plus your level, which is 4. Caps out at 5 though, so next level it's maximum efficacy.
7, and then I'll do another one.
Don't be too liberal.
Yeah, it's just one more. Never. And disindraine.
That's what we call the
You
big
cast-
heals.
You cast both of them?
Yes.
Nice. Now, while that is all happening, are these corpses in any way moving or showing any signs of unlife, I suppose?
The orc body, no. This body, it never hurts to be sure, does it?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Olaf to help me just decapitate it or do something.
Yeah,
about it.
sure.
Or better yet, just cut off the legs.
No, you said decapitate. I'm doing it.
You already gave him permission. That's
Well,
a
I mean,
clean chop.
You can do both, if anything.
Man, that axe is scary.
It is. I'm glad it's on my side.
Not in your side, that is.
Yes, I'm glad it's not in my side. I should make these dance. That would be entertaining.
In the distance, you can see Aramis, like, a little frustrated that this dog is actually following him around.
Why?
Where is he going?
Get back here.
Well, I'll follow him and I'll have the zombies tag along. I can't really drag them over, so could you please do the
I
favor?
don't know if there's a specific way to give you specific permission over these ones, but
Hey,
What?
that's not the left wall.
yeah,
I know,
Argus.
but Irmis has gone here.
Well, we can go your way if you prefer.
No,
It's not my
it's
way,
not.
but someone said that.
It's
Yeah,
not
Hermes, we're going north.
no to explain. I'm not like against him going here. I'm just curious why he wants to go here. Is there something like some sort of attraction?
No, he's just kind of looking around. We're having fun over there, and he doesn't want to be too close to the zombies all the time.
All right, can we have fine?
Argus is like the mom
Hey,
of Hermes.
No, it's just well, I mean, I suppose in a sense, because
Argus,
last time he wandered off. Yes.
can you move the zombies now?
hey, hey, lizard,
Nope, they're not selectable even.
Uh,
Yes.
tell the zombies to follow around the wizard.
No, they don't like.
Ooh.
And now? Still no? Or do I have to set it straight to only?
Still no. Nope.
Okay, I'll have to take you to the highest permission then. Okie dokie, here you go. Boom, it should not work.
Yes, now I can drag them over. There we go.
Just don't build up an army. They're very hard to get rid of when you don't want them around.
That's exactly my concern.
Too many fans.
Mhm.
I have a new system for keeping track of experience, and it's just counting up all the CRs. Thanks, Pathfinder, for telling me that I can just do that instead of being stupid. Boop. 5. Well, are they exploding yet? Turning into ash? Flipping heads over heels?
Not yet. I'm just waiting for the DM to. No, that's made of knowledge. I suppose I'm waiting on the rest of the party.
There's nothing up ahead by the looks of it, and your zombies don't seem to trigger anything.
Fair enough. In that case, we're gonna follow in their footsteps, and I gave them, I guess, a torch.
Of course, since Aramis is Aramis, he starts to reminisce about if zombies would even trigger certain types of magical traps or not, since they're not alive. Just to mess with you a little bit.
That's a good point. But that's why usually Olaf goes first. So these are mostly for pressure traps and the more obvious stuff.
They bump into a door. Now, they're undead. They're not that smart.
Yes. I'm gonna push one away and move over here.
Now, undead aren't smart, but they are pretty strong.
Yes.
Is there anything on the walls, like any carvings or anything?
This appears to be just like some open living spaces. There's old furniture here, but it's been warped in weird ways. You take a stone bench and put like a firm angle into it in a place that really doesn't make any sense, and you get the couch that occupies this room.
Ooh.
More art than deco, as you could say, or more deco than whatever.
Now, when you say that zombies are strong, how exactly strong they are?
Well,
Are they
technically,
stronger
they
than
have a
me?
strength score of 15. They also cannot be exhausted since they're undead, so
Oh, fair enough.
they're pretty good
Well,
crowbars.
you know what? Fair enough. I'll ask them to tear down this door.
Wooden door. The two zombies lean into it and push, and luckily they're wearing boots, so they might slip and slide, and they crack the door open.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is that?
Argus,
Yes.
I think Olaf's the one who actually sees this. Up ahead is a small group of humanoid zombies. As in, they're obviously humanoid, maybe humans, maybe elves, something of the like. The room is weird because it's sloped and slanted. In the back is, imagine if you had like an accordion made of lots of metal rods and you press it together and all the rods just poke outwards. At the end of this room, the south end, is just a mass of long metal pikes sticking out of the wall. If you kick
And
someone
it's
into
also-
it, they probably get very stuck and very bloody and get tetanus.
It's so slanted towards that.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not a heavy slant, it's not like you just roll into it, but
That is fair enough. All right, I'm gonna move these guys over here to what I assume is like a portcullis or at least some opening.
it's
I'm gonna move.
it's a door that I'm not putting on the map.
Oh, fair enough. And then I'm gonna move back over here with a spear.
The undead up ahead haven't noticed you because there's undead in the way. So while they look over, they see their brethren, and they seem to obscure your presence
Mhm.
in some
Well,
fashion.
in that case, I'm going to move them over here and use them as a cover to make the first attack.
It's surprising how unobservant they are when there's an undead in the way.
Olaf is welcome to
I
join.
am
Mathias
blind.
and everybody else too.
Oh
I'm
no,
staying-
Thaddeus has become nerdy.
You're staying behind?
No, I'm staying right next to you. as
All right.
usual.
Nerdy.
Fair enough.
I know. I saw that. I was like, ooh.
Because he's not a Link character, he always gets caught up in the adjectives. Alright, well, if you want to start combat, that's fine by me.
Yes.
Off in the distance, you see a zombie pinned to that large pincushion of a wall, and it doesn't see you, but it is, like, trying to occasionally move to free itself.
Mm.
It should try harder, though. Aramis, high up on the list, but he can't do much. He's just there to say hello. Aramis looks at the dog and goes, "Go over there, dog. Fight those things." DG.
He's not
The
a dog
dog-
person.
The dog immediately is like, okay.
Bjork. Broof.
Like, you think he can only go here? Yeah. And attacks this one.
Jump. The benefit of bites is I think it's every single damage type, so it's effective against anything. You name it, they're weak to it.
10 damage.
Luckily, oh wow. The zombie's particularly tough.
Oof.
Though its teeth sink into it, the zombie resists firmly.
I'm gonna grab my crossbow and try to aim it at it.
In the back of your head, you might recall of rumors and legends of certain types of zombies that are found in the wild with hundreds of arrows sticking out of them, moving awkwardly as they
God.
snap as a result of the arrows that are just stuck and constantly break. Yeah,
Oh my god.
this is what you get when you're resistant to anything that isn't slashing. An arrow would just stay, because they're not intelligent enough to pull them out, so they just kind of sit around. Well, as I mentioned, the wall is kind of providing cover, so the zombies are distracted, as it were. They're not attacking all at once. Does this one even notice what's going on? Yeah, could be. Turns around slowly and starts marching around. While zombies may move as a fluid, they move as a viscous one. Argus,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
Well, I don't have a slashing weapon, but I do have a spear.
You have claws. Those are slashing weapons.
That would require me to step over. Is it possible for me to swap places with Thaddeus?
You could move
You
over
can-
him or past him.
You gotta move over.
Thaddeus. Alright, fair enough. Well, I'm going to expose myself to a bunch of zombies, but... let's see, maybe over here. Then I'm going to attack with the claw.
What's even funnier is
Only
that
one.
because zombies don't generate body heat, I imagine that because you live in the winter woods, you've probably encountered like a zombie that's frozen over at some point,
Oh yeah.
which is simultaneously a terrifying thing, but also kind of funny. It's funny
Like,
if you
I've
can
seen these
appreciate the end.
before.
One of the ways to deal with zombies is basically to outlive them in winter. because they're
Olaf,
gonna be frozen solid.
sorry, Argus.
Not true.
When you gave your last command, was it just for them to stand cover, or did you also tell them that they should attack at some point? Because if you
Basically,
didn't,
that they essentially move forward and attack this one.
okay. Well, then they will attack. Whichever, point them out for me. Give them a point.
The one that I was intending to stab first. But
Marvelous.
you did remind me about the slash weapon.
Your two friends decide to throw fisticuffs. I mean, hey, maybe they can hit it hard enough to bypass that natural squishiness.
But perhaps not.
Olaf. Technically, it's possible for zombies to beat on each other for eons before anyone takes any damage, and that's hilarious to me.
And this like a child zombie in front of him?
No, they're just like different heights.
But no children, don't worry.
Okay. Too bad. So sad.
If you specifically want to fight a child-sized zombie, that's a very specific thing to desire.
So
No, Olaf just wants to throw hands with something his own size.
actually, that's you read my fucking mind, you bastard. So I was gonna say,
Ugh, finally something the right size.
ouch.
All right. Who are you targeting again?
The little zombie
Oh.
in front of me. Yeah.
Man, it's so much easier to cut something's head off when it's on your height.
It's dead, right?
It flies through the air and lands with the soft thud of a semi-liquefied brain.
Disgusting.
Verily. That's why people don't like zombies, Argus. Maybe it's because they're a little gross.
Well, I don't suppose Argus specifically as an in character would really mind.
So let me try something a little different. Argus, you get an attack of opportunity. The zombie wants to grab you.
Okay.
That's a grapple check. Versus
So
whatever.
attack opportunity would be just a
Yes.
single attack.
Yes. What does this button do? Ah. Oh, that's how you do it. A counter. Okay, cool.
I'm a little too
Its
slippery.
armor class is apparently 11. That's fancy.
Oh. No, the other one. The one below me is the one that I was attacking before, and the one that moved was to the left of me.
That's the one that grappled you is the one that gives you the attack of opportunity, which is this one.
Ah, fair enough.
Matthias.
Oh, there's still one left.
Can we have background music?
Gosh.
Plot music?
Okay, let me pull it.
Sing.
That's
Ah,
that boy right there.
Zombie no more, or zombie be gone, however you want to call it. The zombie removal spray.
There you go.
Oh god.
Saf is good at voices.
Yeah.
And at clearing my throat. Let's see. No, that's not appropriate.
Now, would the zombies also move in my initiative? By the by.
Yeah, they act when you do. You have to give them orders, and they have to have orders first. But once they do, they just keep doing those orders until they can't.
Yes.
Their lifeless eyes stare ahead, as if they were drowned, yet still alive enough to judge you. As if you've done something wrong, as if you were the reason for their death. And then you hear the loud clank. As this one happens to have something, it's just a big wooden beam, but it makes for a decent club. Aramis scoots up a little bit. Scoot. It's like, oh man, a low zombie. Maybe I can actually hit him with my crossbow. I'm such a champion with this thing. Look at that. I did.
Shit.
He see, this is how you start pincushion zombies, is you add a bolt to them, one at a time, and you don't kill it. GG.
God, I should have told him before. I'm gonna try
It's
out
target
this new.
practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try out this new spell. It's in Swarmine, and then I'm gonna wave my fingers up in the air and cast Summon Swarm. Love that when it doesn't pop up.
Do a little dance.
Do a little dance, make a little love.
So, here's something fun.
I'm not casting for some reason.
The swarm only goes for living creatures.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Animals don't want nothing to do with these things.
What? I thought it.
Actually, the weird thing is that it mentions that it will attack all other creatures within its area, and if there are no living creature within its area, the swarm pursues the living creature, which is weird inconsistency problems. But sure, I'll say that a swarm probably
No.
goes for it, though. You know, carrion eaters. All right, you summon a swarm. What is a swarm you summon?
I'm gonna do spiders because we just saw spiders.
Spippers.
We just saw spiders not long ago.
Okay, now a
Hilarious.
zombie covered in spiders is trying to eat you.
I don't see how this is an improvement, but I like your gumption. Which, to be fair, was the entire last session. I don't see how that spell adds to the situation, but hey. The swarm, let's see,
I
that's
thought
one
it
round.
like
Yep, your next turn.
it hurts somebody or something, right?
On its turn, it starts just chowing down into it. Swarms do not do type 2 damage. They just tear things apart. So, hey, when it's...
Oh shit. I thought they dealt damage. Never mind.
Yeah, so you begin incanting soon to summon a swarm, which, don't forget, lasts a while, doesn't go away when you want it to. So be careful.
Oh god. And Thetis just attacks again. Nerdy Thetis.
It's
Well,
possible that...
there's a lot of spells that will backfire on you.
Yeah.
Be careful about.
I think last session
Noted.
made that obvious, Argus, right?
Yeah.
I gotta say, the DM's being awfully more kind than I would be in his shoes.
I think
I
the,
know.
I think the idea behind it saying that no living creatures in the area would be more like if it moves is the point. All right, Thetis is biting into someone.
Wait,
Chomp.
hold on. Did you talk about today's last session or the
Today's
last?
last session. You know, the one where 100,000 area effect spells were happening in the same local area.
I gave them a chance, and I wanted to. Well, I probably figured I would die, so I died in a glorious way.
So what do we have again?
Ooh.
We had darkness, acid rain, small localized cold fronts, a wall of flesh that had arms, and a wall of fire, just for kicks.
What the fuck? He was caught in the middle of it.
What's happening is a bunch of big, high damage enemies have swarmed the party, and I was slightly to the side because I used this invisibility potion. And I thought, hey, I'll give my party a chance and not die. And I put the wall of flesh between them and the big boss and myself. And so the big boss just went up to me and just cut my head off. But the wall
My
stayed.
God.
So the party healed up, and then they just nuked the boss.
How did the wall say if you're dead?
Because it's Pathfinder 2E and the spells persist.
It's not like 5e.
Oh.
In fact, a lot of spells in this one don't have that kind of persistence. One quick thing that I would like to... God, I forgot about it. Argus, you used a great pick. If anything, you caved your chest in. Or your skull. I mean, that's hole in it. Point is, zombies.
Is this one you did? Is this one dead?
Nope. These guys are a lot tougher than the hobgoblins. You know, they're not cowards. You might say.
Did you get the 10 from Thetis?
Yep. They have 16
Okay,
hit
got
points
it.
though.
Mm.
The other ones had like 8. These are 16. Don't ask me why. They're zombies. Ask them. They won't answer. Instead, for all your troubles, you get a club in the head. Thanks, Argus.
That
Luckily-
does not hit.
I mean, to be fair, if you weren't so thick-skinned. Well,
There are some benefits to it.
Thick. Elegant human commoner zombie.
you know, as elegant as a zombie can be. Argus.
Well, it's nicely dressed.
By the way, if you
Look-
ever want to give your undead a new command, it is a standard action to change whatever they're doing. Otherwise, they keep
Well-
following whatever command you gave last.
Well, they're clobbering this idiot, I suppose. So I'm gonna do a full attack, but I'm not gonna bite. I don't want to bite that. I'm not that hungry.
Hey, it's a great way to catch some cool new diseases. Which one are you beating up?
The one in front of me. Right below. I mean, this one. Hold on.
These
There you
guys
go.
are.
There's no crit confirm.
He's almost down. If only you had the courage to bite it. Olaf,
Ew.
one of them is bigger than you. One is smaller than you. One is slightly bigger than you. They come in all sizes, don't they?
Small one's gotta die.
Now that you're so close, however, you can tell that they seem to resemble features. They might be a single family of zombies. How nice. Together in death.
Yeah, it's awfully nice.
Would have killed a zombie in one blow. Jesus.
Oh my god. Well, I was hitting zombies
Golly.
like bricks today, guys.
Grab! Argus, I think
Grapple
you're fine.
check? Should I press it?
I think you're fine. You're
All
very
right.
good at grappling. You can take attack of opportunity though if you want to. Give it a little cut, a little slash.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 11 hits.
11. Okay, yeah.
See those hobgoblin zombies also have the benefit of wearing armor.
Mhm.
They're wearing chainmail, so they're probably well protected. Matthias.
So, by the way, since I've given them the command to just move forward and attack, I assume they would be attacking this one.
Sure. Let's have some fun. Boop.
No, that's a miss.
The timid and the harsh. Duo opposites.
The zombie in front of you, Argus, is hanging on by a thread, just like its clothes.
Yes.
I'm gonna knock that one out then.
Beautiful.
Oh,
You can take that next swing and use it on someone else because you can move with a 5-foot step during a 4-round attack.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, bam. Second.
Marvelous. You deliver.
For that guy near me.
Whoosh. Wow.
Wait, well, only one. It's a slashing. Unless it died.
Actually, the Vakishashi appears to have been set to piercing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's basically a little short sword.
Oh, hold on.
This one sees a very feisty human. And since you're not as tough
Oh,
to
you're
crack, and I don't get to make lobster jokes since you're not a bug person.
Huh.
Happened a lot.
I think that misses.
Yeah, Matthias has the armor. Brave man. Gosh, your shield arm is constantly occupied by the banging of arms. What a miss. Aramis is in the back. He's just like, hey, you
What a
got
miss.
this. Thumb up. Doing fine. DG, you manifest the swarm. Boop! And it immediately just begins picking at the zombies in front of you.
Cool.
Here we go. It's a swarm attack. Boop! And as I mentioned, it is typeless damage. Oh! It decides that it is not typeless damage. It is in fact swarm damage. Which I say bypasses damage resistance because it's of all kinds. They bite, they prick, they tear. You have your
Cool.
action left, and your dog has their action. So go ahead, what do you do?
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm trying to shoot. I know it doesn't work, but.
I mean, if you don't hit them.
Oh, that's true.
To be fair, if you aim for their heads and they are swinging their heads around because they don't care where it is, then yeah, kind of hard to hit. On the good side, your dog takes care of one of the zombies.
Yes. Krongo Thetis.
Sure, that sounds like words.
Krongo means congratulations.
Congrago to you too.
Congratulations, sounds like words.
Luckily, Olaf is as tough as Monastery when it comes to eating blows. God, Monastery was tough. Jesus, how did he do it? Argus, you'll be as tough as him soon.
Yes. Full round attack on the one to the left of me.
I mean, you can direct the attacks as you wish, as the need demands. That's
Yes.
one solid blow. A good
Does it die?
slice. It's not dead yet. I'll tell you, don't worry. Now it's dead. Two
There we
firm
go.
cuts, and the necrotic energy severs. Since you're using a natural attack, there is this snapping of... They look like tiny lightning bolts across your claws. Olaf, for some reason, there's a giant swarm of spiders in front of you.
Who the hell is this? Where did they come from?
It's an improvement.
Actually target any of the things underneath the spiders.
Excuse me, I'll push him aside. Give roll 20 this. At least I could set out some...
Oh.
The spiders are distracting.
Get out of my way, spiders!
I mean, to be fair, the spiders are swarming over it like water, so it creates this distorting effect in front of you. Additionally, there's one thing I should probably tell you, DG. Summon Swarm is a concentration spell. Concentration spells require that you spend your standard action concentrating. So,
Oh.
just a quick footnote. Forgot about it myself for a bit, but... However, it also lasts for 2 more rounds after you stop concentrating, and they don't care about who they're attacking, including friendlies. So, I think those 2 rounds are good enough.
This spell is.
This spell is hilarious if you open a door and just throw it in a room.
Or if there's someone on a balcony. And
Oh,
stand
yes!
On top of them. I've seen people like die that way. It's hilarious.
Also
Oh my
good.
God.
Also, distraction is amazing against spellcasters. Make them real mad. Matthias, spiders, great, what an improvement.
Oh
I have
no.
concentration, so it'll last like 9 rounds.
No. You have to spend a standard action to maintain concentration every round.
Oh shit.
The hell out of
Otherwise,
my
it's-
way,
It's
you
not like
fucko.
fifth ed. You're like
Nope.
you're literally spending your turn casting the spell. Yeah.
Got it.
What the hell?
Oh, go Matthias. Holy shit.
Nice.
Matthias with the old dependable double slice.
Hit him with the 1-2.
Unfortunately, it's hanging by a thread. You remove part of its jaw, you cut off a few fingers, but it's still there. And for a brief moment, it is uncertain if history will repeat itself. Nope.
He's modest.
Emerson is just cheerleading at this point. DG. Soon, the zombie those spiders are on is going to be gone, and then it's going to come for someone else. Including Argus' zombies.
Oh god.
Not your new green friends.
Can
Just
I?
Just let them eat this one for a couple turns, and then it'll disappear.
I can still concentrate it. I'll make my action to hit this one.
Oh, you can't
Can
control
make
it.
Oh shit.
No, yeah, it's just there, bro.
I personally love the idea that you as a person don't know about the spells, and so since your character's like a new druid, it kind of makes sense they wouldn't either. It's like, oh shit, I got scammed.
Fuck. Guys, they're not obeying my command. It's weird.
They're bugs.
There's also way too many of them.
There's too many.
I
Well, you
don't like them. In my way.
I'm gonna spend my action just like confuse and then just like try to control them or something. Use hand movements.
Cool. What does your dog do in the
And that-
meantime?
He's gonna be like, oh, there's another enemy. Oh shit! Can he?
Oh, you can move
what?
through a swarm without problems. It's if you end it when its turn ends, then it's a problem.
Okay. Is this one alive?
Yeah, it's still there.
You can
It's
probably
gonna
attack the swarm.
I would
attack the
recommend it.
swarm? Oh, okay.
Swarms are immune to weapon damage. You can't hurt them by just hitting them because there's so many of them. There's thousands of them, literally.
Yeah, Thetas. You said you would recommend it or wouldn't?
I wouldn't because, like I said, they're immune to weapon damage. Like, trying to hit them with a sword is like trying to cut through water.
You might squash a bug, but there's 1,000 others.
Got it. I'm just gonna attack this one then.
Let me actually explain to you. A swarm of tiny creature consists of 300 non-flying creatures or 1,000 flying creatures. A swarm of diminutive creatures is 1,500 non-flying creatures or 5,000 flying creatures. Flying creatures, 10,000, flying or not. So, there's like
Oh,
1,500
shit.
spiders there. Anyway, your dog was biting a zombie.
Holy fuck!
Swarms are great, aren't they? Hey, if you can somehow get 1,500 weapon attacks off on the spiders, that'd be great. You might actually kill it. The zombie's still standing, though. And then the swarm goes, nibble, 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 nibble. We're a swarm. Ho, ho, ho. The zombie... I'm not going to say it's dead. I'm going to say that it just vanishes ever so slowly. Like, its volume decreases as the swarm consumes it.
God.
Yeah. Swarms are great. Argus.
I'm gonna watch at that, and I'm gonna order my foot soldiers to step the fuck back.
Did you say foot soldiers?
They have feet, and they're soldiers.
They're wearing chainmail, and they're technically military chainmail, so I guess.
Yes.
Your soldiers can only move 20 feet around, unless... And they can't...
That's 20, I think.
They can't
unless-
charge, by the way.
Oh,
Zombies
there we
only
go.
get 1 action per turn. Standard or
That's
movement.
20, and that's 20.
Cool.
Oh,
Olaf. I shouldn't have to
Don't
tell
like-
you, but those spiders can easily get under your armor and get real itchy real fast.
Yeah, I don't like these spiders. Bye.
You know what? I could be here, or I could not be here, and I think we all know where I want to be.
Oh, God.
Don't like bugs.
Luckily, they'll expire next turn. Because it's been 2 turns since you actually spent an action to concentrate. Matthias!
Stupid zombie got out of my way.
Nice job.
Golly.
Those are some good rolls, man.
Wait, don't they last concentration plus
Plus
2
2
rounds?
yes. So if you concentrated this round still and you think that's fair enough, we can do it that way. But it will mostly involve the
No.
gang running away for a round or two because these things are kind of
Yeah.
slow.
No. Okay.
So a spider swarm actually moves 20 feet around, which means that I think poor Olaf is
Fuck.
like one of the people who's...
Yeah, I'm gonna get fucked by it. Yep.
We'll just... Did you know the spider swarms inflict poison? You see why swarms are hilarious? Okay, but we're going to resolve it as follows. It's either going to go for you, for your dog, or for Matthias. So let's see how that works out.
What about this thing still alive?
It's
Is he
dead.
dead?
It got
yeah,
it got eaten.
consumed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Matthias, a swarm skitters your way.
I have an image to illustrate that.
Before you manage to react, you take 5 damage from the swarm's biting. Additionally, I need a DC 11 fort save and another DC 11 fort save. One is to be distracted by the thousands of spiders that are climbing over you. The other is for the poison these spiders carry in their
God.
bodies. I like the fact that a druid is learning that many spiders is bad.
Fuck.
Well,
Another one.
Yep. This one's just to see if you're distracted by the mini. Okay, you're fine. Cool. We'll say from here that you manage to run away until the spider swarm magically dissipates, which doesn't happen at once. Like, the swarm shrinks as individual spiders vanish. Sort of like static clearing out. It's an unsightly sight. But hey, you're done. Once you come back, after spending a moment to recover from that, the zombie on the other side of the room is... This is me just tallying them up, by the way. The zombie on the other end of the room is still there. That's great. Hi.
I'm gonna go and poke it with a sphere until it stops moving.
Matthias, I am so sorry that happened.
He turns around and rubs her head.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna investigate the bites just in case.
I'm gonna rub your head too.
Wait, those were your bugs? What the hell?
No, they weren't my bugs. What are you talking about? Just saying sorry for Matthias for no reason. And then I whispered to Matthias, it was totally my bugs. Sorry about that. I whispered to him.
May I roll heal to check up on Matthias again?
Cool. You decide to... Matthias, this lizard folk is very handsy on you, but hey. At least he puts medicine on the ouchies.
If he's poisoned, I'd rather it be...
He's not... Like, you can obviously tell that he hasn't, like, suffered any particular weakness. He's still the old self.
Okay, fair enough. Well, in that case, if being handsy is bad, just tell me. I'll stop.
I have a friend worse than you who worried about me every waking moment. It's quite all right.
Fair enough.
Argus, we talked about this. Always ask for consent first.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I'm going to ask, may I?
Go ahead.
Sure. Give him 4 hit points back as you... You're starting to wear this health kit a bit thin compared to how much you have prepared, because it's the kit itself and all the supplies it has and the things you've prepared so that you can quickly use them.
Yes.
You know, rolling out some bandages, making sure the tools are clean. Anyway, let's put this guy on the... You're dead. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Interestingly enough, Argus, now that you're close enough to him, you can tell that someone has, like, taken a paintbrush to him. It's written in Goblin. Like, there are symbols and icons and also some words in Goblin, and they're all, like, mocking him for being a big loser.
Who? Who has that written on their face?
The zombie. Oh, that's impaled on the many, many iron bars sticking out of the wall.
Is it written in Goblin?
It's written in Goblin, yes.
I would like to ask Olaf to translate. I would have to ask Olaf to translate.
There's some very colorful swears.
Yeah. I don't remember writing this, but it's something I would write.
Do you know these, or is it something new you learn?
What do you mean?
The swears, the creative swears.
Oh, I mean, I sort of... I mean, the whole clan sort of learned, giant and goblin and orcish just so we could insult our enemies.
I mean, when you fight enough hobgoblins, you learn all the swears, don't you?
That's good practice. Which way now? We have 2 doors. Oh no, we have 2 doors. We need a guillotine.
I don't get it.
What?
2 doors. A French.
Oh, tutor!
Let me kick.
Because 2 doors and tutors. Anyway, 2 doors. Which one? Anyway, here's what in showing off. I believe here's a apt illustration of what happened to the zombie.
Jesus.
Yeah, so there's this little mini game where you start off as a piece of tofu. It started out in 1998 where they just made like a rectangular character to test like collision, and it stuck. And so in the new game, the lower your health, the more zombies bite you, the more chunks are missing.
New advanced
Where?
tofu bite simulation technology.
Yes. Anyway, if nobody wants to say anything, I'm gonna go investigate this door.
Yes, we're investigating this door.
Oh, I
Gonna
believe
find a
that just
little.
leads back to where we were.
Yep. So if you follow the left wall, you're gonna go nowhere fast.
Hold on, I'll just like swing by real quick and look. Yeah, it is indeed the same place.
Well, Argus, the left wall has finally looped in on itself. What do you do now?
Well, now I'm lost forever.
Well, yeah, I guess if we take 4 lefts in a row, that sort of happens.
There is another door in here, if you wish to take a peek. Also, thanks for cheering, Aramis. That was actually pretty creative.
Up ahead, you see.
What about Iris?
He was
Sorry?
being a cheerleader because he couldn't do much with his crossbow.
Oh.
He was cheering us on. This was very nice. And does this loop
Argus.
back again? Yes.
Yes, that eventually goes back up if you were to investigate it. This is a bit out of place because what that is a very different architectural style. Like it doesn't belong here. Like someone just plopped a completely different building into place.
Well, I mean, wait, hold on. So, would the architectural styles of the previous rooms match, and this one is not, right?
Yeah. The other rooms are similar enough, but this one has a distinctly different style. Far more focus on columns and angles. It makes you want to use big words like balustrade and foyer.
I don't even think Argus knows this sort of words.
Dude, this isn't dwarf make.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Does perhaps Matthias recognize the Arcel?
There's. No, it's not Macedonian to me.
Man, the
Sorry, I can't be of more help.
That's okay. I'm just curious to know. Also, you say funny words. I like your funny words, Magic.
Hilarious.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if we just follow this corridor, then I would just loop back around to where we came from, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, there's a
Well,
door in the way, but yeah.
I think it just basically leads back to where we were.
Yup. Aramis
Okay,
is still
fair
here,
enough.
and the dog is like right up to him.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm
Don't-
just happy he's staying out of trouble.
Don't worry, I'm not dying or dead or falling unconscious, which usually happens when you're around anyway.
Don't worry, Mom.
I'm
I'm fine.
fine, Mom.
Look, I am the best crocodile mom he has in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Argus, up ahead,
What?
written on the corner of the wall,
Yes.
is some writing. Ain't that nice? The one going to the north passage has a big arrow that says "this way" in similar paint to the commoner on the wall. The other one has written in Hobgoblin, "the scenic route."
I don't get what's so scenic about it, but no.
Matthias. I don't
Yes.
see- You've lagged behind. Also, Olaf is targeting himself.
Yeah, why wouldn't I target
It's
myself?
got
I'm
self-deprecation.
Matthias, where are you?
I'm gonna do the same.
I'm right next to you guys.
Hold on. I just
Where?
the vision cones kind of weirdly overlap.
Oh, there was a dog on top
Oh,
of him.
there.
There we go.
Yeah. See, I'm nearby.
The dog is too affectionate.
You're very sneaky. You should
He was
show-
hiding underneath the underneath Thetis.
Aramis like, So are we going the scenic route, or are we taking the right way? What is this way? We're going this way.
Which one would you prefer?
I don't know how scenic a route can be when we're surrounded by zombies, or why a hobgoblin
point.
would find the need to mark a route as scenic.
Good point. Let's go the direct route. I assume
Unless
that's
they're trying to
upwards.
be tricky, but you know.
That's upwards, right?
North is the this way, and west is the scenic route.
Okay.
Cool.
There we go. I'm gonna send the zombies, taking out the whole corridor.
Handsome. The corridor you go through is made of smooth tiling. Someone took a little extra effort to make that work out.
Is it the same style as
It's
the
the
low
same
corridor?
style, Argus. No need to state the obvious. Eventually, you reach a big fat door, but it's unlocked and not stuck in any way, so that's nice.
Okay, fair enough.
Like you get a
But
little
what
nudge and
everybody-
it will probably open if you do it your best.
Yes.
Do we have the death energy stronger here?
Argus,
Very, I'd imagine. Yes.
up ahead, you see, like, I'm not going to tell you what kind, but they are like large humanoids. Zombies stuck in this big cage. All around are many tables, littered with tools used for medical dissection and analysis. It's a bit out of place, but it's possible this might have just been a hospital and this was put here later. Point is, there's a big
Maybe.
cage with big ogres inside of them. Big zombie humanoids.
Okay. In that case, same formation: zombies ahead, then Olaf, then me, then Matthias, Irmus, and Diagala.
They're in a cage?
Yes.
Like a metal cage?
Big metal cage.
Cool. Cool.
Do they seem to react in any way?
When they see you, they press up against the bars, like, I want to eat you. Come closer, little person. But they can't. They're made of flesh and bone, and they can't just move through solid metal.
Well, if they're rotten enough, they might.
Can I cast heat metal?
It's gonna stink.
Prevents damages them in some way,
Let's see.
but doesn't
Well, they're
prevent
dumb as
us from
zombies.
damaging us.
You know what? That's clever. They're dumb as zombies. They'll probably keep pushing against it until they die.
Yeah, actually, that would totally work if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm gonna cast heat metal.
I just need to make sure the heat metal can affect a significant. Okay, let's see. Metal equipment.
Oh yeah. She has enough
Now it
time to
works.
keep concentrating on it without anyone like interrupting it. They'll just fry them.
Actually, it just lasts 7 rounds.
That's amusing.
You move in a bit closer because you're not quite sure how well this is going to work because you haven't cast it so far. Not in a good way, at least. Suddenly, you pull your hand back because you've cast the spell and it's affected the metal. The metal grating that surrounds them, because it is one of those usual meshworks of metal bars that have been bent around each other slightly, begins to slowly but surely grow low. They're going to stand there and just take the damage, but they're zombies, which means they have lots of hit points, so let's see,
shit.
that's 1, 2, 3. So
I
that's
can
6.
cast, like from far away.
It's basically like you get to roll me 8d4 damage. And they're all affected by it because they all try to move towards the walls. So go ahead, roll me 8d4. 21. Zombies are weak to fire. Did you know that? So as the zombies push against this, they burn, their flesh scalds. Did you know that if you burn while you're holding your hand against something, it can get stuck to your skin? Okay, we don't want to look at that. You've destroyed them, but I don't think it's a pretty sight, and also the air smells really bad now. Thank you. Great. Really love it. Dig it.
You're more brutal than I thought, lady.
This smells kind of nice, actually.
It smells like a terrible barbecue.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I accidentally threw up on. Oh, who do I throw up on?
I appreciate that you've cast 2
Run away
spells
from
today that
people.
make you feel sick.
Get away from people.
Can I do like a throw up on both on accident?
Aramis actually doesn't mind because his mage arm would cause it to just wash off of him.
Lift
Yeah, I'm gonna
my
throw up on.
shield up.
Yeah.
I was gonna make an attack against me, bro.
Ah!
Narrator.
Sorry.
I knew I should have taken the shield spell.
This
Hey.
was the day when Diagala discovered she has a breath attack.
Hey, it can give you a little tug if you want a floating disc. It is slightly concave.
Jeez. There's
Sorry.
why
Okay.
would you do it on him?
I hope.
Oh.
I want to say I hope you learned your lesson about being more careful with magic, but I get the strange. You know what?
I
Oh.
my favorite part about this is that the wizard of the tower has called Hermes very reckless, and now he's the one telling everybody not to be reckless. I think that is a learning experience for him.
Yeah.
So we're just serving as a bad example. I think that's actually very neat. I think that wizard knew what they were doing.
What do you mean? What don't know what they were doing?
They've sent Hermes with us,
To
meaning that we
learn.
both
Okay.
keep them alive, yeah, and to actually
Aramis
do all
peeks inside the cage because,
Yeah.
for one, he doesn't seem to mind the smell as much as the sight, and
I thought
two,
he doesn't like the. Okay, got it.
he doesn't like what?
Like zombies.
Well,
That's what he was.
Oh,
yeah,
living zone.
they're not zombies when they're destroyed.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
Corpses now.
The corpses.
it's just dead meat.
Well, you created a nice batch of liquefied meat, but
Oh
there seems to be
God.
something underneath them. This big heap, like part of them is, but they're all like now hanging backwards. Part of their arms and and necks and bellies fused to the walls, but there's something in there. You can
Ugh.
see.
Is it like that Terminator 2 scene with a chicken fence? Ugh.
Mm.
Are there any tools that we can use to actually just scoop them out, or something like a shovel?
The things inside.
Yes, you said there's a lot of like tables and instruments and whatnot. Is there anything that we can use, like maybe?
Well, there are
Uh,
like long forceps you could probably use for that.
yeah, that would be neat. I would like to try and operate and pick it out, unless Hermes wants to do it.
Well, they're in the center of the small cage, so there are no forceps 10 feet long. Why would you need that?
All right, fair enough. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have everybody. Well, I'm gonna warn everybody that I'm gonna be opening the cage.
There
If they
is
start moving,
there
yes.
is something to concern yourself with. You have a guy with mage hand,
Oh, right, yeah.
so he concentrates and hurts his head as he tries to nudge these things around.
I can help him with a spear.
Let's see. What he manages to recover. Okay, let's first. I need to figure out how heavy these items are. Let's see. This is a heavy shield. How heavy would that be if it was half as heavy? Not the spell, thank you very much.
It's up to 5 pounds too.
Actually, okay, cool. That's actually 5 pounds. Cool. He nudges out this wooden shield, which is a little crispy around the edges after all that heat, but still good. It's a darkwood shield, to be specific. It is which is a heavy wooden shield. It functions as one, but because it's made of darkwood, it's significantly lighter and easier to use. Then he manages to liberate some sort of sword. Although you can't quite get it out because it's a bit big. Sorry.
I just noticed. How much XP did we get from these three fights?
You only get so much because you kind of cheesed it. So
It's like half of everything.
you get half, yes. And I'll tell you at the end of the session, because otherwise
Okay,
I
cool.
constantly have to pull out that table.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Just doing it at the end.
Yeah.
It's also less burdensome on you guys. Da, 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 da. I
Yep.
don't know what to call this, but it's a Kopesh. And it has this ethereal greenish glow to it. He also manages to liberate that, but I think it's too heavy for him to pull out, so you just see the handle go up, and then it stands on its end, and then he can't do anything else with it.
I can use a spear to fish it out, or just open the door and go in.
I personally,
But for that, I would have to request Olaf and Matthias to stand by, just in case.
I'll say the Kopesh has the stats of a scimitar, which means that he can pull it out, actually, because it's only like 4 pounds. Whoop!
Oh, fair enough.
Finally, he manages to liberate a bag of money. As in, it jiggles like money, but it might just be bottle caps. Sorry, you have to wait until the apocalypse before that's worth anything.
Man, I remember that little quest in Fallout 2, where you fish out like 10,000 bottle caps, but because everybody switched to minted coins, it's just worthless.
Does it include a note that's like, I'm rich?
Yeah. Well, basically, you get a quest from a guy. You help an old ghoul who went to like some city and won a bunch of money gambling, and then he buried it in a well. And then he says, you can have it. You sound like a nice guy. Here's all my fortune. And it's literally fucking worthless.
Thanks, ghoul. Anyway, I gotta create some custom items now. As I mentioned, I'll just. Okay, I didn't prepare for this. I'm ready for this. Give me a moment, please. Patience.
That's okay.
Please.
We can take 5.
I'm a little baby. I'm a little baby man.
We'll have a small.
Luckily,
Mhm.
we'll just say that Aramis
break.
spends a little bit of time identifying the items in question. It's not too hard to figure out. Scimitar for the Kopesh. And the Darkwood Shield, which is considered a magic item, but it really ain't. It's just a very fancy material. And, of course, there's a pouch containing about 90 platinum pieces. So, hey, that's cool.
Nice.
Thank
90
you, platinum.
platinum.
That's 900 gold.
Yeah, there's a note with it, but the note's all soggy and you can't read it.
So all
Golly.
the ink got yeah.
Good job, whoever wrote this note. You didn't use waterproof ink. How could you not foresee this being a problem? The weapon is a +1 Kopesh with Ghost Touch, which is pretty expensive, actually.
Damn.
I think not Hermes, Matthias can use one. Are you proficient with assertive weapons?
Yes.
I think you would be the best pick. You have a very good sword.
Assertive.
Second?
Very assertive.
I wouldn't say Matthias is very assertive, but I would definitely say he swings that sword pretty freaking well.
Hey, it's a good sword to have in case you ever fight a ghost. Or
Yeah.
to sell and get another sword.
Yes, to fight more ghosts.
Yeah, I only use Dwarven war axes, so it's all him.
Is it possible to transfer that enchantment to something to other weapons?
If there is such a way, Aramis hasn't heard of it, but to be fair, his boss doesn't really care much about enchantments on items like that, so
That is fair enough.
we can look for someone in town when we're done. Make a little shopping note, like, hey, we gotta do this.
All right, fair enough. If there is nothing else in the cage, or at least we can't really see anything, I suggest we move forward.
To your west is a door, where someone has intentionally driven several wedges into it, and written onto it, "Go in, have fun." It's the same writing as before that said "this way."
I'll defer to Hermes's advice. Do you think this is basically an elaborate trap?
He shrugs. What do
Shrugs.
you want from me?
Free shrugs. Yes. This is why we have a wizard in the party, for free shrugs.
Mhm.
What about Matthias, Olaf, and Diagala? What do you guys think?
I never trust goblins.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at the other door. Just in case.
Still west.
That's
Still
east,
going
but
west.
maybe it loops around. Is there any writing on this door?
Is there any writing on this door? No. Actually, it takes you a moment, but there is writing on it. It's faded and in Dwarven.
Olaf, there might be something you could translate.
Clears his throat and starts speaking in Dwarvish.
He says a lot, but he doesn't read it. Ugh.
Yeah.
It says something about a repository, but what it's repositorying is a bit faded, hard to read.
Yep. He stores something, not sure what.
I'll have the zombies open the door for us.
The zombies rub up against the door for a while until eventually it open.
Okay, I'm gonna move one of them back to let Olaf go inside. He probably knows better.
Inside the room are several large shelves. There are many chests around, although many of them have been plucked open. One single chest has not been opened yet, and it is surrounded by a large mark. To be specific, it looks as if the ground is... like the dust around it is significantly clearer, but there hasn't been new dust since. As in, there's obviously something with this chest. Maybe
Hey, wizard.
I thought it was a dog for a second.
I had to walk like 30 feet to get here.
Oh my gosh.
This chest don't look right to me. I know something's in it.
Oh, what
Detect
sets...
magic. Detect magic.
Oh, what sets you off? The fact that it's obviously surrounded by an aura of death.
Yeah, that might be it.
All right, let me take a look. Let me just scoot myself in nice and close and take a
No.
nice close
No.
look. No, he's staying outside of the circle. Don't worry. Um. How long are you willing to wait on him? He's gonna take
Olaf's
over.
waiting to wait for a long time for treasure.
What's over here?
I'll just sit down next to him.
He takes 20. Like he carefully examines it because he gets his fishy feeling, and then he's like, wait a minute, and he reaches forward with his hand like towards the lid.
Mhm.
Anyone want to stop him?
I would like to
Called him
caution.
I called him over because it was his expertise.
Okay, cool. Since you trust him, you notice that he does like a minor magic thing, something that seems to agitate the energy in the air, and it reveals this very faint shimmering glyph. Sort of like if there was a metal relief, very polished, but the metal itself is invisible. But you can't see the reflection. It's very weird. A glyph of warding. They should expend if we use it. It seems to be on its last charge at the very least.
Okay, everyone get back.
It's a pretty powerful one. I can't attest to how far its reach is going to be.
All right, everyone get out of the room. If I die, heal me.
I want at least 10 feet of rock between me and that thing.
Olaf
The dog probably too.
There it is.
waits till everyone's out of the room, and then he taps the ward and braces for pain.
All right, Olaf, roll me a reflex save. As you tap it and quickly put your shield up. Whoosh. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's Aramis. Oh, no!
Dang it!
Good news, you get your +2 for spell effects.
It's true, but
There is this
roll the
deafening.
three.
There is this deafening boom in a small area as a sonic blast just consumes the immediate area surrounding it. It causes all the dust to fly up. And Olaf, he's a sturdy dwarf, so he probably just gets shoved outside of the circle, but not tossed around. Like, perhaps someone like Aramis will probably get tossed around the room like nobody's business. You take 36 damage from the intent, like your insides are rattled at this point.
Shit.
I don't feel good.
Holy Jesus!
We
Christ.
run.
On the plus side, there's some cool stuff in there. I hope.
If there's a warlock, it's for me. I earned it.
Citizen Drainay!
There's a
I'm
war.
going to investigate the injuries, if I'm able.
All right, you take a very close little look at his injuries. There. How do you stop internal bleeding again?
Internal
you guys-
bleeding is okay. That's where the blood
I'm a
is.
cast
Yeah, you
cure wounds.
you guys see like Olaf spit up blood.
Oh god, I'm casting cure wounds. Citizen Drainay! And then, you're really cold.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know how to deal with internal bleeding, so I'll have to use magic too.
use that fancy thing I bought you.
I'll
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
There we go. That's a 3 for you.
I'll use the cure wand of cure moderate wounds.
I'm.
And I'll reduce the charge by 1 too. Oops. Nope, I didn't mean to. Oh.
Oh god,
Looking great, but I'm looking better.
Mm.
Marvelous.
You might want to put that blood back inside of you.
So you got 11, you got 22 damage, and 22 healing, sorry.
I'm 36 out of 49 right now.
36 out of 49.
Okay, he's still alive. Amazing.
Well, let's give you another wand.
Don't
15.
forget.
Stay with us, goddammit.
Right, sweet. I'm at full health.
Ha. Well, good news. That trap is worth a lot. I mean, you didn't do anything smart with it, but you sure as hell took precautions, and that's worth something at the very least.
Olaf goes from dying on the floor to standing normally.
I mean,
Treasure.
Aramis is like, all right, who gets the... Olaf gets the honor of opening the chest proper. I don't think there's anything else on it, but hey, the plus side is probably most likely to survive anything that remains.
Next time we find something like that, I'm using zombies to open it.
Good news, everyone. Inside this chest is a bed of 500 platinum. A note
Oh,
that
yes.
mostly just... that Olaf probably just discards immediately.
If it's in Dwarvish, I'll probably read it.
It's a
in the other
Dwarvish
language.
note that mentions that these items were confiscated from some fancy pants boy coming by. You don't know his name.
The dwarves took it from some Nancy, and now I'm taking it from them.
And Nancy, who apparently turned down like a drinking contest request from a very posh, like very high up dwarven noble, was like, "Hey, you Nancy elf drinking match," and he said no, and he insulted him, and they took the stuff from him as like a investigation thing. Apparently, they never gave it back because otherwise, I wouldn't be here. But hey,
Does that make Olaf a Nancy now?
no,
What? You calling me a Nancy?
No, I'm
God.
asking if taking stuff from a Nancy makes you inherit the title of the Nancy.
I mean,
Oh
it's
no, it just makes them more Nancy.
I mean, it's a kind of cool. It's an ornate spyglass. Ooh, see things from afar. A bed of 500 platinum. Apparently, a really cool looking sword, like a very fancy jeweled weapon. Oh, oh. And there's a dwarven war axe in here.
Pretty
Ooh,
good.
yeah, sweet. Take that axe.
Might have
From
been
my people. Might be an elf, but I don't care. It's mine now.
that might have actually been evidence, considering that it's in this chest. Oh well.
I don't think these people care anymore.
Aramis
They're
will.
probably zombies now.
Aramis at this point is familiar with the signature on +1 weapon, so I'll just tell you it's a +1 war axe. Have fun with it, kid.
Sweet.
Would it be alright if I take the Darkwood shield and hand my previous slightly heavier shield to Olaf for safekeeping, but actually just move it to the cart, quote unquote?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I get to the card, I'll put it in there.
Okay. I'm gonna drag it on your inventory real quick. Actually, I'll just drag it on the cart so we don't forget.
Fine. I have 184 pounds of carrying room right now. So.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. We have our own truck. Just walking around.
We have a truck at home.
Yeah, truck at home. Swears in Dwarvish.
Well, that was exciting.
I can't move the items to you, but you can move it from the cart if you want.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Weren't we supposed to go northwest to find the way to feed deeper down?
That is true. I'd like to take a peek over here and see. It just goes tapers off, right?
This is a hallway, occupied predominantly by a large piece of ceiling that fell into the center of it.
That really doesn't look safe.
You hear the distant crackling of a forge of some sorts.
I'd like to once again ask everybody if they would like to investigate the noise or continue where we're supposed to go.
Can we continue? This seems like a red herring.
Fair
What's so
enough.
red about it?
Well, if it is a forge, it probably has a red fire in it.
That.
But wait, fire is the opposite of water, so instead of being a red herring being a distraction, it's the thing you're supposed to do. Logic. I'm very intelligent.
Super.
Makes sense to me.
If
What
you
about
want this-
Olaf and Matthias?
I wouldn't mind checking out the noise.
Okay. Ermus, would you accompany us?
No, I was planning to bury myself under a layer of dust like that chest.
Do you need help with that?
Sure, buddy.
Okay, just tell me when. I'll go pick a shovel from the previous room.
On the plus side, at least there's never a dull moment. Unless you want to take that iron chest with you, which, hey, maybe or something, but it's very heavy.
It's probably going to be better to pick it up on the way back because we just have a cart. Having a chest in it would be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Which way is the sun
Where did
coming
Aramis
from?
go?
Aramis is walking around the room.
Thetis is following him.
He like waves over once he sees Argus and goes, "The sound seems to be loudest coming from the west here."
From here. Okay.
Yes.
Serious.
I'm
I'm
gonna
being a
move the
s-
zombies over here as well.
On
Yeah.
the other hand, I'm also feeling a strange affinity, you could call it, to the door over here. Not one that I personally like, though.
You mean like attraction in that sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have the zombies walk over there and open the door for us.
Boop.
If we can. Yeah. There we go.
The door does not resist at all. What a weak door. Ha ha!
Yes, exactly.
Well, nothing immediately tries to destroy them, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. More doors, but I do see something
Mordor.
glowing in red. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The people invent the most ridiculous names for everything.
Argus.
Also, Olaf, if you don't have a source of light, you're gonna get lost.
Why would
Yes.
he? Olaf's like,
Where is
Because
it?
you don't
Olaf
have-
is already here.
Whoops, I put him in the wall by accident.
I was working on my character sheet, Tim.
Don't worry, you've caught up with the group because Argus kept yelling at you.
Like we hear some clanking from behind. We look back in the corridor, and Olaf is just like violently clipping.
You're inside of a large room of sorts. Central. I mean, the central column looked like it's collapsed under pressure and has this massive fracture, some debris on the ground next to it. Off to the west side of the room is a row of sarcophagi of sorts, standing stone metal structures that probably contain the dead, judging by how there's people on them. In the back of the room is a large oven, a giant furnace. Blistering heat comes from it. A large shelf in front would slide into it if you were to push it, because some little wheels and it has rails and everything. On top of it are several gemstones.
Ooh, dwarven
cremator.
crematorium.
Do you know that diamond burns extremely well? It's hilarious. It's all carbon.
Treasure.
Man,
can we
dwarven
look inside the
crematorium. You
can we
kill
still
him,
look
we
inside?
grill him. Sorry.
We come from the earth, we go back to the earth.
That's fire, Olaf.
I wonder if
I mean-
my body would burn all that well.
I mean, so we dwarves figured this out a long time ago. If you keep digging underground, you run into this fire earth stuff called lava. Yeah,
Isn't it called
Mm.
magma when it's underground?
I guess we call it lava.
Hilarious.
Wait, hold on. What's the distinction? I keep forgetting. Lava is when it's inside the earth.
Lava's when it's outside, magma's when it's
Outside,
inside.
All right.
But that's just Aramis being a wizard and a smartass.
Yeah.
in Dwarven
well,
in the Dwarven tongue, they might not even have a distinction. In Dwarven language, it
No,
might
we
just
just
be it's
call
rough
we
stuff.
it's just lava, yeah.
It's kind of
For
like
everything.
yeah, it's sometimes those barriers exist. It's like to him, it's like there are hundreds of words for one thing, and it's like, why do you have only one word for it? You need those words. The distinction is important. And then it's like, nah, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You know, languages. they're weird.
Matthias, what do you call it?
What I see out there?
what do you call lava?
Yeah.
It's called lava, my friends. There's no real
Ah.
distinction.
Okay.
Sorry, you're like saying other things weird, so maybe lava is another word, you know?
Well,
Just
all the
because
other
I
words.
see you guys from other countries doesn't mean certain things aren't the same commonly. It's lava.
Noted.
Don't worry about
Can we
it.
look in?
Yes.
Can we look inside the?
The doors?
Yeah, don't they have like the dead bodies inside?
No, I think it's in
No.
these ones.
This section over here has the 4 sarcophagi.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that.
Are you sure
Don't
you wanna
forget
see
that
it for the
Carfa
dead?
Grievous has Fag in it, and thus you can't enter its Pokemon name if you ever rename it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
They're all locked.
It's more that they're massive heavy doors, and it takes a bit of effort to remove them.
Do these look dwarvish by design?
Yep, they got that lovely, practical, angular look.
In that
Comfortable
case,
handles.
In that case, I will probably caution DG about desecrating the tombs of dwarves in front of a dwarf.
Desecrating. What?
I mean, they died 2,000 something years ago. They're not my clan. I don't care.
If they got
If you
anything
did this
good.
to my clan, I'd probably kill you, but you're right about that.
I desecrate hobgoblin graves, not other graves.
I mean, no, I really don't care. If you loot these, just don't do this in the Hammer Fist halls because I may have to kill you.
Right. Okay, let's pry these open.
Fair enough. I'll have the zombies open these then. Check what is inside.
Give him a crowbar. Your zombies spend a while peeling at the door. They manage to open it up. Inside this fine sarcophagus is nothing. This one appears to be empty. They begin
Okay,
opening the next one.
they will move up one by one and open all of them. Yes.
Unfortunately, the next one will not be so kind.
Uh-oh.
There's someone inside. Out from the sarcophagus stretch mummified limbs. They firmly grasp the zombie, as if fully aware and anticipating this particular attack.
Oof.
Slam! Luckily, thing's wearing armor. So there we go. Welcome to Combat Zone. Welcome to bonus stage. Etc.
Oof, I rolled low, huh?
Oof,
Didn't roll at
one.
all.
DG with that smooth one. Goes down easy. Matthias.
DG tricked me. Like when he rolled, and it forced my roller down. And I thought I rolled the one. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna step away if Matthias goes first. I
Yes.
won't be like there in time.
Matthias, bandaged arms, long, lean, and lanky, come from the coffin to grab the undead.
Yeah, if only I could see where it is. Hold on.
Excuse me, it's right up here. You can't see it because token clipping, but it's over. Gosh darn it, it's over there. It's like right next to this guy.
Yeah.
Book.
Move.
You can probably move over Olaf to get there.
Well, yeah, you're in the wall.
On the wall.
He was like right here.
Well, that's 20 feet from me. I can't really move past that.
Fair enough.
Uluf. It's trying to come out of its coffin and fight you on fair ground.
Does it look like a Dorvish mummy?
If anything, it looks like an elf with how lanky and long he is.
Get out of my people's vault, you bastard!
Oh, the attack doesn't work on this.
It
No.
will once I push this magic button. This magic E.
Magic.
Magic E.
There, there's a button for it now.
See if this works.
Magic E. It's how you make a mummy out of a mum.
Are you my mommy?
There's nothing happening now.
You're on the combat page, right? Using this button, right?
I'm trying to click the Dorvish Warhex +1 and nothing's happening.
It should open a little window. Shift click it maybe? The action button? Like, it's working fine for me. Are you on the inventory? Where are you at right now? Tab-wise.
Summary
Who are you?
page,
Personal-wise.
Got a button?
Jack +1. Let me try. Hold on. Let me shut down my sheet and reopen and see if that does something.
I mean, if you click the die button, yes, you're supposed to look at the little sword icon under actions.
Yeah, I'm clicking it under Masterwork Hand Grow 1. There we go. Maybe no, nothing.
Oh, the war. I can't. Oh man, this is weird.
It's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's having some issues. I think it's because there's 2 war axes in your inventory right now. Let me just fix that real fast.
True enough.
Maybe this helps. Okay. Try it now. Why is it opening
Nope.
the inventory page like that? That makes no sense.
No.
Well, I can click it just fine. So here, boom. Jesus.
Yeah.
If you right-click your character, you should have a little icon on your shelf too. That's like attack with an X1. Anyway, you strike with tremendous force around the corner awkwardly, but that doesn't help it. This thing is rough. It's kind of like trying to attack a bag of gravel. Any minor amount of force is absorbed. It's only a real good hit will even do anything. The creature responds negatively to the sight of this. To as best as a face thing can be expressed, it puts its hands firmly on the hobgoblin and just tries to huck it aside.
Would it be a contested roll?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
However, the zombie for some reason I guess the zombie just doesn't have the mummy doesn't have the mass. It's frustrated by this. Also, a thin, unpleasant smoke comes free when you hit it with your axe and slash it open. Aramis like, what's going on over there? What are you fighting? Arcus.
A corpse wrapped
Some
in
sort
flesh.
of elf mummy.
If that's if that's a real mummy, we're in deep trouble.
I don't know. I hit it pretty easily.
That's not the concern. Argus.
Yeah. Can I reach it from here with a spear?
Awkwardly, yes. Its armor class gains the benefit of cover.
Okay, fair enough. If I would like to move around this column to over here and attack it from here, over the shoulder of my zombie.
Sure, go nuts.
Yes.
He still gains partial cover, but hey, better than before.
Yeah, and I let everybody else basically move up to 2. That would be the 1. That would be the 2.
You scrape and you stab it, but all you do is relieve some of the powdery gravel substance that's inside of it.
Disgusting.
DG.
If something happens, if within the next turn we can't really do it, I'll try to rebuke it.
Good luck.
Can I try to hit it with my crossbow from here?
Sure.
Okay.
It's an awkward shot, but hey, go nuts. You've got a -4 because you're shooting in the melee and it's partially in cover. So, what are the odds?
Shit.
Why is everyone doing this?
-4 may.
You're on the combat tab, right?
Got it.
We are.
Why does it keep opening that part? I don't. I'm gonna grab this book and hit the page with it. Stick that character
And-
sheet.
I guess Thetis is just gonna protect everyone around him. Can't really go attack it, right?
Matthias.
Actually, he can.
It's so
You go
cluttered
right
in there.
You go right here.
It's so very, very cluttered, and the pup is doing bite bites. Actually, if the pupper goes over there, it probably has to pass by him, and we'll get an attack of opportunity. So, is that a risk
Okay.
you're willing to take?
Yes.
Handsome. Your dog gets
Damn
clobbered.
it.
More importantly, your dog is exposed to a very fine powder that will have some very nasty side effects, which is probably why Aramis is increasingly getting more panicked.
Oh no.
Can you roll me a fort save for your pup?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
8.
Cool. We'll get back to that.
Oh god.
Your
Why
dog's
did I
in
do that?
your dog's in a big problem right now.
Does it still bite him though?
Yep, Matthias, it's your turn.
Did it actually do damage though?
Let's see.
A little bit.
All right. For the lols. I gotta get rid of this. I gotta get rid of this thing. So let's
did Olaf
charge. Oh yeah, where'd Olaf go? Let's charge power attack A strike on him because I just need to hit something really bad and go from there.
Oh, excuse me.
Whoosh.
I'm
Oh,
doing a
he's
bunch of
under-
bonuses just to hit this thing.
Big bonus. Big bonus for big boys.
Hopefully I hit. Otherwise this sucks.
Hey, things can suck just fine. Even
There
though
we
you-
go.
Ayo.
Okay, cool. That's with all your bonuses, right?
Yeah.
You miss.
What? Nani?
That is a masterful stroke, but it doesn't do anything that you notice. The creature seems to move on just fine. Olaf! The creature has a
Really?
particular distaste for you and that axe that you're wielding.
Great. Well, I'm gonna try to hit him with my axe again. Hopefully, it actually works this time. Hey, what happened? But it fixed it.
Now there's a square blow. Again, it's like cutting a stone tree, but hey, big enough hit will do anything. The creature is still awkwardly stuck inside of a coffin, so it has some restrictions on how well it can attack. But hey, buckaroo. Let's see how you like getting slammed. Boop. Its slashed arm unleashes a cloud of bony powder as it bangs into you. But luckily, nothing too serious. Aramis starts loudly yelling and complaining about the fact that you are all in the way. He wants to see. Maybe get out of there and flank him or set up.
If he goes over here, he can see it where Argus is.
He spends the rest of his turn like walking over there, like what's going on? Argus,
Yes.
I would like to know what the deal is with your zombie, which is
Well, it's currently just standing there because I don't have the time to give it an order. Because what I'm doing is on all of Sacks.
ooh.
I call out to Terminus again to bless
Who gets this benefit?
Olaf, because he's within
Sweet.
reach.
Oh. He's not within reach. He's like over here.
I'm south.
He's standing right in front of me to the left of me.
Here?
Somehow I got
Hey,
on
somehow
my
I got
screen.
moved. Somehow I got moved. But yeah.
Okay,
it's
so let me
alright.
just take a screenshot. Maybe there is a little bit of a desync there, but hold on. This is what I'm seeing on my end.
Somehow I got stacked with someone, and I'm not in the place I was originally.
Handsome. There's been a
This is where I
Oh,
see.
you're under me.
Yeah,
He is
I
under
wasn't
the zombie.
originally. originally wasn't even there either.
Oh,
ba ba
hell?
ba 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 ba.
Yeah, that's Zetas.
Why am I controlling your dog?
It happened to me once.
Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna refresh the page because it's stuck.
Let's take a look. See. Oh, it's because everyone is an owner. Let me just set that to observer and then give Majestic Peach the owner. There.
Yes.
Why does it constant? What is with this loot pile? That every time I update a sheet with permissions, it's like you need to look at this loot pile. It's important.
Please look at it.
It's
please.
all the way in the top left corner, so I have to scroll all the way back.
It is very important.
Argus, what do you do on your turn?
Well-
is it fun
well-
or not?
I would like to blast Olaf's weapon, in which case I'll have to move and then do it this way. But I still see Matthias right here. They're stacked. Matthias is now in the coffin.
yeah, because Olaf was there, and then I moved, and I moved there because he wasn't there,
Yeah.
and apparently he's there. What the hell?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the game today. I really don't know.
Oh,
It's weird, but
jeez.
it's fine. We figured it out, hopefully.
All right.
Anyway, you get magic weapon on that.
Well, I already have magic weapon because I just picked up a +1. So
Okay, in that case it goes to Matthias.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, there you go then.
ate a trap and I got a magic weapon for my efforts.
GG.
I'm gonna pat Olaf in the back and be like, here's a little temp health, and then I cast virtue.
Here you go, Buckaroo.
Do you have any more of those flaming spheres, by the way?
No.
What does virtue do?
Gives you one
Shame.
temporary hit point, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, you
There
never
you
know.
go.
Matthias, you know, as long
And
as it's
Dennis is gonna try to hit.
give it another good chop.
Temporary hit points do I gain?
1.
All right. Matthias. What's hanging? Where you hanging? Who you hanging? Why you hanging? Where'd Olaf go?
Somehow I got moved
Oh my
underneath
God.
Matthias. I'm
So,
gonna do
look,
something
I was
real quick.
originally here. You're out of my way. Cool. Now you're there.
Space is warped and time is bendable, and we've experienced that.
Jeez.
What is happening?
Well then, what does Matthias do?
You piece of shit! How the hell did you survive that? Oh, I'm gonna have to attack you regularly now.
Fun part is that you have that attack did leave a cut, but it didn't do anything. The bandit just started to recover somehow.
Right.
What the hell?
All right, I'm just gonna remember that it's a +1 weapon when I'm attacking you. Okay.
Hell yeah. There's
What
something.
the flying fuck? Roll, damn it.
Roll,
Roll.
baby, roll.
Are you fucking serious? I can't. It won't roll.
Yeah, it's buggy today.
Oh, okay, I'll just do the normal then.
It's having a fun time today. Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
All right. So, 4. All right, let's just do this. That hit?
Nope.
Damn. All right. Well, that's all I can do.
Let's take a look.
What is this monster?
Let's see. It's going to try to overrun. Actually, it can just move out of here by awkwardly scooting around. But I think it's a little bit more interesting since there's a zombie like directly in the way. So this mummy attempts to perform an overrun, which is to get the hell out of here. It wants to get out of this coffin, get a little bit of breathing room. Is that okay with you, Argus, or should it just beat up your zombie?
Either works. I don't commend this one.
You know what? I'll just go with a big old beating then. Get out of my way, zombie. Oh no!
Oh.
For quick footnote, that would have instantly destroyed your zombie had it hit.
Yes.
It rolled a natural 1. It has +11.
Yes.
Big
Holy
scary boy.
shit.
Oh, your zombie gets an attack of opportunity.
Does it?
Nah, it just attacks. It doesn't overrun. It's done with the zombie just standing in the way. It's like
okay,
punishing
okay.
him. Olaf, where are you and what are you attacking?
You're not on the map for us.
Why is this keep happening? What is going on? Aramis does not appreciate the spatial
I
dancing.
don't actually. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm not actually on the map. How about that? Load the page. See what happens if I have a token or not.
There we go.
He was under Matthias again.
What?
You guys are like pushing into each other.
Stop coming on now. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm like underneath you. You're like standing over my shoulders.
This son of a bitch.
You're stuck. You're stackable.
Jesus.
Together, you're 2 halves of 1 full idiot.
By our powers combined.
Shut up.
Captain Olaf.
Fuck no.
Attack the mummy.
Attack the mummy!
This time I miss.
Yes. Aramis, baby in the back, gets a good look at this. Goes, oh no, that's a bad boy. But luckily, I have a cool spell. Scorching swoosh.
Good.
I can make this roll. I can! Even with everyone attacking in melee and having partial cover.
Yes, maybe.
Roll 46. How do I cast it? Oh. Oh! Oh! That's weird. That's weird. Very weird. I was trying to use a spell slot, but I guess I just have to do it. Okay, it did use one. Whoosh! The mommy takes ouchies damage from all the ouchies that does.
Archie.
Whoops! Didn't mean to set his hit points to -20.
Hell yeah.
The mummy stays standing as it begins to burn, and the air fills with a very musty smell, very dusty. Ugh, so dry.
I'm gonna order the zombie standing in front of it to slam the door shut in such a way that it gets stuck, like jammed between the door and the sarcophagus and whatever wall there is around it.
That sounds like a relatively intricate move. I don't know if zombies can just do that. They can pull the shut for you and close it. But...
Well, this thing is reaching out to the zombie. The zombie just pushes the sarcophagus back and just slams both of the hands over here so we can cut him.
All right, sure. Cool. Well, we'll roll an opposed strength check. Well, the door gets shut, and we'll roll an opposed strength check when the mummy tries to get out. So, the door is shut. You can't see it anymore. Out of sight, out of mind, they say.
The hands are still sticking. Or
No,
they
they
not?
don't. They get caught in with it, and it's stuck in there. What happens now? Because technically, every turn, it just makes a strength check, but you can't see it. You
What?
can't do much with it. What do you do?
What I meant to do is, since it's reaching to the zombie, I'm gonna slam the thing shut so that the hands are sticking out.
What? What do you
You know?
mean?
So you won't be so you're slamming the door on the hand, so you're not
Yes.
shutting the door, but you're like
Yes.
thinking like I got
So
it.
that
Like
thing is stuck. To restrain it.
Won't
trying
that
to
So its
not
trying to
hands
res-
get stuck
is-
between the
Right.
door and the exterior.
That's what I described.
That is a
I mean-
comedy level move. Sure.
Well, it's reaching out with its hand. Fucking
Roll me a
slam the
strength check,
thing.
good sir. Roll me a
Jeez,
strength check.
You have the control over zombies.
You have access to their sheets now, dude. Double
I
click 'em.
do. Hold on. Okay, strength check.
Ooh.
Mummy is strong boy,
I know.
but you might make it.
Nope.
The door stays open.
Yes.
Additionally, it's getting increasingly fed up with this stupid goblin with his rotten face, teeth hanging out. Ugh. Anyway, DG, you were doing something? It's your turn. You can see it. It's there.
Fuck.
Healing magic would probably hurt it.
I don't have any healing. I have one. I have two, but I have to
You
go
have a one.
Additionally, a lot of people are stopping the only access to this thing, so good luck getting there to hit it.
Yeah, I can't even go in close to it.
Hmm.
And it's healing every single time we hit it. Can I do insight check on that? Or like a spell thing to see if it's healing every single time?
I mean, the damage seems to stick. It's not like a troll where suddenly its wounds are magically closed.
Oh,
band-
I thought you said when Matthias hit it that it was
Yeah,
like bandaging
Yeah,
up.
the bandages are like recovering, but it does seem to slow down and lose vigor as you hit it.
So
Okay,
it
I'll
has a
just
little
hit
bit
it.
of regeneration.
I'm
But
sure
not
it's
Yeah.
flammable. I don't know if you can
It
grab
don't
the
have it-
sphere thing in there.
I don't have my flaming sphere. I used it.
Lock him in the
Uh,
closet with it.
That would have been a good idea.
Can I try to, since I think I have one more torch left. Just gonna double check on that. Can I throw a torch on it possibly?
I mean, it's a really awkward move from here. You can't even see it where you're standing. Like
Or put it on my arrow and shoot it with my crossbow? Like a flaming.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but a bolt and a torch, one is shorter than the other, and one is heavier than the other.
Yeah. You can't really shoot a torch. You need a bigger
you can't.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot it with the crossbow. -4 then.
Whoopsh.
Okay.
Where are my
-4.
crits today? Mommy, please crit this annoying zombie.
Fuck.
Matthias.
And Theta's gonna attack.
Let's try this again.
Theodos
Oh.
is stuck behind a bunch of people. He can't attack anyone.
Damn.
There's so much
Damn.
pushing going on.
Oh boy. I'm done.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you rolled 17 again.
At this point, you're playing an increasingly risky game of how long can the zombie stop this one mummy.
I have a second zombie just in case.
Exactly.
God
That's
damn
a
it.
miss. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I need room.
Yeah, this zombie ain't helping with that, is he? With a single mighty slam, the zombie turns into a rag doll, and the mummy gracefully steps outside.
What the hell? There's a new South Park episode. Sorry.
Yeah, the
Okay,
pandemic
buddy.
special, bro. I hear it's hilarious. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I need to watch it.
God damn it! Get abracadabra! Pew! If I just keep shooting it, things will resolve organic. No!
Oh.
Argus,
Yes.
you lost the zombie.
Yes. Well, this thing is out. I'm going to rebuke. Or at least attempt to.
You cannot affect it for it has too many hit dice.
Ooh, yeah, makes sense. Well, that's a turn wasted then.
To be specific, it has more hit dice than you can ever hope to rebuke. At least at this level, you're just way out of your league here.
Makes sense, yeah.
It's also intelligence, so it's like no. You can feel it pushing back against your powers.
Well, now it's easier to hit a
Well,
little
DG,
bit.
your dog can at least reach it now. Although your dog is starting to cough up dust.
Yay.
Eek.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, he's gonna try to avoid.
Beef jerky dog.
5 damage.
0 damage.
Oh, God. Dang.
Damage resistance.
So tough, guys.
On the plus side, you now have flanking bonuses. Woo!
Can I
Yes.
flank with the crossbow?
No,
Or no?
No.
Never mind.
remotely.
Okay,
Ba-
that's
boo.
my turn.
Babu. Mr. Oh, I forgot this part. Excuse me.
Oh.
I think that now that the mummy is out, I should probably make mention of this.
Oh.
Da 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 da. How could I forget
No.
this? It's important and it sucks.
Or one fail.
Who would like to give it a good old college try?
Hell yeah.
A will save?
Yes,
No.
or you become caramelized in fear.
Oh, thank God.
TG is made of steel.
Oh,
Hold, please.
Yeah,
Opening character.
got me,
sheet.
bitch.
Aramis, he was terrified all the way through. So he's like, no, I'm spooked. Olaf, what is your will save looking like?
Whatever that is.
Ain't gonna
That's
cut it.
11.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Nerd.
cool. Cool.
He makes it.
Matthias
Yeah,
is paralyzed for
cool.
4 rounds. 4
Yeah.
rounds for Argus.
Mhm.
Don't worry though, Argus, you can still mentally control them. Aramis is only stuck for 1 round because he's apparently pretty tough, and Olaf is also only stuck for a moment as the despair of this unnatural being waves over him like a cold blanket that chills the muscles and bones solid. Brrr is what I would say to that. It turns to the Olaf. It looks at that axe. It looks at you. And it sees only the desire to kill. I could do a coup de grace, but I don't think this guy's interested. He just wants to beat the shit out of you. I think your armor class goes down to shit when you're paralyzed, but I'm not too...
Or shit.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't dealt with paralyzed in this one too much. I've dealt with it once, and then I did a coup de grace, and I felt super cool about it.
Hold on.
Has an effective dex and strength score of 0 and is helpless. Can only take only purely mental actions.
My AC is still 20.
I think if we go over here and I click the paralyze button, we'll see exactly what your armor class looks like. Ooh, that looks like a 16 to me.
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations, Olaf. You can roll me for mummy rot, which is a death
With
sentence.
my shield too. Damn.
Yup. Well, you can't really use a shield when you're paralyzed, can you?
Is that? So what am I making? Fortitude.
Yeah. The actual problem is that your dex goes down to 0, so you have a -5 from whatever you started. So big dip.
Oh. Gotcha.
So, would you like to room in that fort save?
Yes,
your-
I am. 1 second.
It seems
Fortitude's pretty good.
you can do it. I think you have resistance against disease too. Ooh. For now, you hold on. You manage to peel the fear off of you. Aramis in the back. He's like, oh no, this is terrifying. Argus, you're paralyzed. Three
Is
more
there
rounds.
any way for me to command the zombie to maneuver around and try to hit it or restrain it? Or can it
yes,
just not
it's a
reach?
mental action. You just mentally tell
No,
it
what
to
I
do
meant
something.
is, can it actually reach it?
Well, I mean, Matthias isn't exactly doing much. He could probably just nudge him aside and then walk around.
All right, fair enough. Also, Olaf disappeared again.
Well, that's
Excuse me?
because Olaf is now under the dog. Because
Oh.
the flip-flopping...
Oh, Olaf is the underdog then.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
I get neck block or something, or
All right. Then this thing will just attempt a strength check, I assume,
Sure. What are you trying to
Restrain
do?
it.
Grapple it?
to grapple it. Yeah.
Handsome. Grapple. Let's see. That's a grapple check, actually. There's a specific
Oh,
modifier
grapple.
for
Hold on.
that.
Yes, I see it. Hold on.
If it's the same, then don't worry.
It's in the combat and
Let's do-
grapple.
Cool.
It is a
Let's
two,
see.
But yeah.
Melee touch attack to grab the target. And don't worry about it. Also, the mummy gets a attack of opportunity. Actually, it's way too fixated on Olaf right now. Something about that action riles it up real bad. Let's see. Opposed grab attack is an action. Okay, boop, boop. What's the opposed part? A grapple. Let's go with a grapple check. It goes back. Somehow, because it's so distracted by Olaf, it suddenly managed to grab him from behind. Heroic, deft, amazing, fantastic. Oh no, I have been grappled. What fiendish trickery is this?
The Thetis swoops in and bites him.
Actually, your dog was somehow able to. It's just I don't know what it is. Anyway, its armor class is lower because it's now firmly gripped. Boof.
Attack. God, and then I'm gonna try to hit it with. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna hit it with the crossbow. Do I still get that -4 too?
No, because it's out.
Well, your dog is melee threatening, and so is the guy literally holding on to it.
Damn.
Life sucks when
Dang
you're a ninja block. Olaf, you're no longer paralyzed. We're doing things weird here because timing is weird. But
It's my turn, right?
yes, do something quick. Matthias only has 2 more rounds until he recovers. But go, go,
I
go!
thought that was my turn because I just came out of Perilous.
Yes, you were paralyzed on your last turn. Then you got hit, and we roll back around again. Timing is weird because I'm being stupid about things.
So can he attack or not? Oh. Oh.
Hey! Hey!
The
How
fact that
could
someone,
you open up with that?
the fact that someone actually hit you, probably
Really
awakens.
pissed me off. Yeah, really pissed.
I don't know, man. Oh wait, why is that? How is that not
Only
a critical hit
5.
game?
Only
No,
5.
no. That critical confirmed. What the hell? I don't know what it's talking about. I don't know
I'll
what
say
it's.
with the 31, that didn't confirm.
Its armor class is 18. It's grappled. It should take like all the damage. I don't know why. I guess it's being silly. Oh, you silly Billy. It goes down to 0. You take that gravelly body and just leave a huge hole where your ex just twain. It's 2. There's 2 mummies now. They both suck because they're a half.
Olaf, I suggest just tossing it immediately into the furnace.
No one hits me and gets away with it.
Oh God. Well, luckily it's bone dry, so it's pretty light. Well, there goes that mummy into the oven. Well, that was
Is
unpleasant.
everybody okay? I know the dog isn't.
Yeah, what happened to Thetis? He has like a thing on him. Curse.
It's a disease, I think.
Oh no.
Yes. Let's see if our good friend knows anything about this particular disease. Apparently, the reason he was so concerned about mummies is because he knows what mummies do. Mummies, as in proper mummies, which this might not have been, but it might have been. They inflict what's called mummy rot. It causes your insides to slowly turn to dust, until you literally die from it. It's a curse, on top of being a disease, making it extremely difficult to remove. It's pretty much a death sentence.
Okay, thank God. Thetis got it because I can just revive him the next day. So.
Do you want me to like put him down?
Put him down.
Or
The ritual you use does not get you the specific dog back. It gets you a different dog.
put this doggy down and you get a new pup?
But it ain't the same.
Won't be the same, but he will be in doggy heaven.
All right, buddy.
That is
Well,
Serve
incredibly...
this well. I'll remember you.
Wait, we don't have to kill him now, right? Or will it, like...
I mean, if you really wanted to, you might be able to make it back to town. And get help there, but that's quite a detour. And your enemy might make an escape by then.
Okay, never mind.
It's too bad he's dead.
Oh god, another crit!
Where the hell was this power earlier?
Someone hit me and I don't like it.
Aramis covers his face. Is like, no. I'm not.
Good dog.
I'm
Good
not.
dog. It's okay. They'll be soon.
I don't see any of this. I don't want to hear any of this.
Does anyone have any dirt? Does anyone have any dirt?
Are you here?
They're there.
Man, it took
See,
me...
now it applies to critical properly. Jesus.
Does anyone have any dirt on them?
Oh, I remember why. Because undead are immune to criticals. Are they?
Oh, they are they?
Yes, they are.
Weird. Yeah, it's Pathfinder that decided that that's mean. It makes people feel bad, but whatever. We'll roll with it. We're already done with it. I think it's
zombie
the,
be also immune
I was
to
so
it?
mad I broke the rules of the game.
you were so mad that you gave it your all, and your dwarven ancestors stood by you because fuck this elf.
Is there any ashes near
all
the
dwarf
furnace?
ghosts within this ruins gathered within my axe, and it received 24 damage.
Although, to be fair, you were also constantly in exposure of something that causes matter and shape to change, so it's entirely possible that the undead just doesn't follow his own rules for a brief moment. So, hey.
I like it.
Is there any ashes nearby? Like
Um,
from the cremation?
Well, yeah, there's plenty of ashes you can find, yes.
Oh,
Especially
okay,
from
I'm
the
gonna
zombie
grab
that you just
some
cremated.
and pour it on top of dead Thetis.
Mm.
Bork.
You will be missed.
I,
You will be missed.
Olaf looks
And then
actually awkward for once, and he goes, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for putting him down so
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be eaten from the
heroically.
inside out, so if that happens to me, guys, give me a lot of alcohol and just end it.
Got it.
Hermes, I thought you were upset with the dog. Why are you upset now?
Weird. If I right-click it, it applies it like so. But if I left-click it, applies it like so.
That is weird.
Very strange, very quaint. He just doesn't like the fact that you put down a dog when you could have possibly said, I don't know. He's just being a bit conflicted. And also the fact that he got completely paralyzed in fear by seeing a creature. It's very dispowering when you suddenly are unable to literally move your body.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Okay, so now is the big question, which I assume I already know the answer to. Are we opening the other doors?
Sure.
Jesus. Hermes.
But we were opening the doors, weren't we?
Yes, we'll come back later here if you want. Because Hermes is charging forward.
Hermes finds a room filled to the brim with small flecks of light. And he
Olaf,
stops.
Matthias, come on.
That looks like Poland.
There's 2 more doors to open, though.
One of them leads to the same place because whatever this street used to
I
be
meant
is...
I meant there's 2 more vaults.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. No.
Well, hey, what are the
Come
odds
on.
that there are 2 more zombies in there?
But are the odds that there's progressively bigger mummies in there?
No mummy,
Who
2
knows?
mummy, 3 mummy. Or would it be 4 mummy?
Yeah, let's open all at once. Wouldn't that be
Or
fun?
maybe it's the Fibonacci sequence. So it's
Oh.
1, 1, 2? It's up to you. Aramis gestures at this place and goes, "Hey, Argus, you like sticking your spear in things, right? Maybe poke it in this room."
Yes. Yes, I think that's exactly what I do.
When any of these flecks touch your spear, they spark and ignite briefly. While individual sparks probably aren't too bad, you can't imagine that getting touched by thousands of those that are floating through the air would be any more pleasant.
Mm. Yeah, let's not go here. It's only a model.
Additionally, the door, like the side of the door that faces this room, is smoothed over and covers in small pits as a result of impacts.
Yeah, I'd rather close that.
What, don't want
No,
to
I
talk to it and
suppose.
make friends? A swarm of large, glowing acid bubbles would certainly make for a great ally, wouldn't it?
You know what? Fair enough. I'll try talking to the things. I will
Unfortunately,
take his advice literally, and I'll just talk to them.
You're talking to. Are you okay?
Yes?
Just making sure. You're just talking to.
do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Well, they're not going to get very far.
I speak Common, Draconic, and Null.
Handsome. Those
If
are
they
very
don't
nice
react
languages.
if they don't respond to anything, I'll just close the door.
They respond in the sense that your breath causes them to jiggle slightly.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I'll tell Irmus, maybe he knows some languages that they might know.
I'm trying to communicate with. I don't see anything.
The specks of light.
What? Light talks to people now?
Olaf
Maybe.
just scratches his head, like, confused.
Irmus asked me to make friends with it. I'm trying.
But they don't seem to understand you, or they just don't care about responding, or they don't comprehend. Who knows?
Maybe. In that case, I'll just close the door and move on.
Olaf picks up the wizard and tosses it in there to make friends.
Oh.
Oh no!
No.
Did it?
Did you actually do that? Just
No.
wanted to make
This
sure.
is Olaf voice, yeah. Every time I don't say it in Olaf voice, it's
I
not real.
personally do like the mental image of Olaf like, pushing him close to it, like, go make friends. But
Yeah,
never.
mix a friend.
See, like a
Tap
ballerina
him on the
toss.
back really hard.
No. Enough people died today.
People?
Well, dog did.
Hmm.
I feel bad about that.
Dogs are. Well, some dogs actually hate my guts. You know. Fiend
A lot.
sensitivity.
All life is finite.
I'm pretty sure this room contains an infinite amount of life, if any of it's alive. Pretty fireflies.
It takes 24 hours for me to create another
Yeah,
companion,
as in
right?
you literally have to sit in one place for 24 hours.
Fuck.
Not 24 hours later, magically dog appears to the there.
Well,
I
we're
wonder
once
if that-
again here. Would you like to try and open the other doors? Or would you like to try it later? Olaf?
Wait, what? You were talking to me? We're
Yeah.
trying to open?
No, we're moving on, and I'm saying we're once again in this room. Should we try opening the other doors?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I'm ready to kill another mummy.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you just immediately grab it and just toss it into the thing. then.
Should we kill them? Should we open this because, you know,
Fine, we won't disturb the dead.
like, what if you guys get that new
Oh, yeah,
disease?
yeah, that's a good point. You know what? I had to put a dog
know-
down. I don't want to put you guys down too.
Clickety clack, brick mother's back. You are confronted by a large room containing a secondary floor, a catwalk of sorts that goes around the place. A variety of headless statues scattered throughout the room. It is a sight to behold, to be certain, even if it's remarkably
Headless
quiet.
statues.
Is that like Game of Thrones? Like the faces are on the wall?
The what around the wall?
You said there's faces around different.
No. There's a catwalk going around the room and some stairs leading up to it. But for the most part, the room is filled
Oh.
with statues, headless statues, in all kinds of postures. Most of them dwarves, a couple of them elves and humans.
Do they look similar to the ones we encountered in the room with the
Yeah.
girl?
I appreciate that I say a room full of headless statues. You're like, let's go inside. Can't hurt nobody. There's no.
Do they
risk.
look like the ones we fought before?
I mean, statue's a statue, right?
Fuck it. Let's. I'm gonna push one down.
You commit vandalism.
I'm
That's
not gonna
the word on
have that. Not gonna
You'll
have that
never-
happen again.
Okay, you roll me some
You're never
strength
gonna
because it's kind of heavy.
You're never going to repay that debt to Olaf.
Because these are like solid stone statues that are about life size, so pushing them over is a bit of a work.
Is this strength?
Yeah, that's your muscle.
Is that skill?
Strength.
What do these statues look like?
It's
Is
ability
strength
score.
a skill? It's like, well, you're a druid, so it's
Ah,
forgivable
found it.
that You forget that physical strength is a
Okay,
thing.
yeah, these are a bit too heavy for you. It takes a stronger than
Yeah.
average person to push these over.
Gosh.
Anyway,
Well,
Olaf was asking you
yeah,
a
what,
question.
what do these statues look like?
Well, they're
Some of
they're
them look
humanoid
like
figures. Most of them are squat dwarfs, like yourself. Some of them are human in height and all, but without the heads, it's very hard to properly make things out. Some of them might be elves.
Is there any
considered.
inscriptions or anything like that on them?
What are them? Inscriptions? No.
Yeah.
But some of them are standing in postures of fears if they're cowering. Most of them don't look like they're having a great time.
Yeah, no, I don't think these are statues, guys.
What are they then?
They look like statues.
Yeah, no, like, and then Olaf like drops his axe on the floor, and then takes like a screen, like a position of horror, and then goes, "Now imagine I'm stone," and he points at one of the things that look like they're in horror.
I didn't know you were a performer or model, but yeah, they sort of look like that. Maybe the sculptor.
Yeah, I don't like it, but no, you're not getting it. I'm thinking they're the previous inhabitants of this place.
Magically turned into stone.
Yep, I've heard about it. I mean, I don't know how to do it, what would do it, but I don't like it one bit.
If you want to,
Could
I
be
can give you a
wrong.
list of creatures that can turn people into stone.
See, it's possible. The wizard knows about it.
Oh, there's quite a few things that can, and all of them are quite dangerous, evil, and straightforward.
Can you undo this spell?
Probably. Magic can do anything, can't it? I can't imagine it's too easy. Some monsters you can kill the monster and use their blood to undo the spell, but I can't imagine there's enough to undo a whole room full of them. It's a lot of blood.
How many statues are there? How many people are there here?
A couple of dozen. 36 at the very least.
Yeah, well, don't count the
Damn.
ones without the heads, because
All the heads are
I think
chopped
we're
clean off, yes.
yeah, so
Oh, all of them. None of them can come back.
yeah, and they're not coming back. I'm more worried about us being turned into stone.
Yeah.
You might
Argus.
sort of say return to the
Yes.
stone, but I don't want to do that anytime soon.
Listen check.
Yes.
Since you're not involved with this conversation, Matthias can roll it too if he wants to.
Sure.
Your radial hearing activates.
I wiggle my ears back and forth, but I can't seem to make out
Wiggle
anything.
your ears back and forth. You hear a distant humming. It's a discord. It isn't quite a song, but it's not like off key either.
Chanting?
No, it's like someone is humming to themselves.
I'm gonna point that out to the rest of the party. I'm gonna have the zombie approach. Is this sound coming from the door or from
It's coming
somewhere
from
else?
above,
From the catwalks?
from higher up on the catwalks. Because now that you take a good look at the place, the catwalks go up a bit further and further.
I
God.
like to see who is up there. Or at least try to see.
You know, there's only so much you can really do before it stops being my fault. And it's really your fault. Force save, please.
Oh, sure. A Medusa or something of the sort. Fair enough.
I don't know. Did you know that the fort save for permanently turning into stone from a Medusa is 15?
Fuck.
Did you know that?
No.
Did you consider that when you decided to look up after a room full of
No, I
statues?
didn't actually think this through. No.
Fuck.
Well, good luck for
No.
you. Because that's not what happens.
Not a Medusa.
This is-
Congrats.
It's Aramis behind you who is whispering all those ideas into your head. Because what's actually above there is something far worse. It is a spider that occupies about 20 by 20 by 20. And it has about 5 human faces where its head should be. And all of them sing together in chorus as it lowers itself on a single strand.
How did we not see this thing like
Because
coming in
the
here?
thing goes very far up, and it probably was hiding and unmoving.
Additionally,
And-
parts of
and-
its body appear to phase in and out of existence from time to time, so that's great. So, what does everyone do in response to Argus noticing this thing existing?
Pull out.
We don't know this thing, but only he sees it.
Oh, everyone can
No,
see it if they
Not in
want
that
to.
room, right? We're not in that room.
You are
It's
in that
this
room.
Oh.
Aramis isn't in that room.
Kill it.
Ew, that's ugly.
Moving out and using the zombie as cover.
You know,
Dude,
at some
get in
point,
the door. I'm gonna get in the doorway and guard the wizard.
you can't hold me responsible for your own actions. I just love saying that. Marvelous. So,
Wizard, stay behind me, wizard.
Oh no, what could it be? Are you all being bitten by cockatrices? Are the basilisks coming? Oh no. Argus, you hear in 5 different voices, with different intonations. No heads for the collection! I want no head!
I give
It's a
that
friend,
head a half.
Argus! Go make a friend, Aramis says as he, go!
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not gonna get out. No,
I was
this is-
wondering if you were an adventurer or an idiot, and I'm glad to see that I was proven right.
that I'm an idiot.
That you're an adventurer.
What do you mean?
Consider it a vote of confidence. Matthias, what are you doing out there? That thing wants your face. It clearly says so. Oh,
Looks
well.
at his companions going, huh. Alright then.
Oh, come on. Marvelous.
God.
Why don't you come and stay a while for a nice little drink? I got coffee and other delightful treats.
Oh my god. That's
You-
neat.
Fucking
You have to
creepy.
do the master's talk if you want to do something like that.
You need to what?
Oh, the original one, the master had 3 different voices he was talking to you. That's the creepiness.
Well, with this one, it's more like every face speaks in order. It's kind of weird.
Oh, they finish each other's sentences. Oh, that's neat.
Not so scary.
Yeah.
Mm.
Grow a spine. It's venturing work. It's very difficult.
Yes.
The creature is slowly lowering itself. It's going to hit the ground soon.
Yeah, we should move and block the door or close it at least.
Sure.
Well, Aramis isn't going to stop you. The problem is that Olaf's still standing on the other side of the door.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll have the zombie pick him up and like put him over here.
I imagine this involves putting the hands like under his under his armpits, and like plopping him on the ground, like you would Winnie,
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, exactly like a Winnie.
like a little baby man.
Hmm.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean you get to pick me up.
Is there any latch on this side of this door?
Probably it is like a place where they incinerate bodies, so they probably have one just in case some of the undead decide to rise.
Fair enough. In that case, I'll latch the door.
Click. You hear a scratching on the other side, as well as a request to open the door, please. They just want to say hello.
We said hello.
Yeet.
Well, then let's get to the next step.
What's the next step?
Roll initiative.
Argus, what do you think
What?
the next step is?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Have a
I'm
little.
thinking it's roll initiative.
Well, that's if you want to fight it. Right now, the door is latched, and it just seems interested in being like, "Oh, I'm caressing the door. Please come through, boys. Granny's got cookies and tea."
Hmm.
And
Has
you
our
like
ever had
cookies?
cookies?
I have so many friends. They're beautiful. You can be beautiful too.
Yeah, I
Scratchy,
don't really
scratchy.
trust them.
Why
They sound-
not?
They sound a little dangerous.
Just a little. Not too much though.
Not too much. Yeah, they're a little untrustworthy. Well, that kind of limits where we can go. It's either the
Or
room
we
with all the explosions or.
So
Hmm.
the door that separates you two is made out of stone, and you can feel that whatever like after a moment it just slams its thing against it, and it sounds like it might actually dig through the stone if given a few minutes.
said.
So would you like to do something instead of just observing the circumstances and conditions?
Can I cast my ring through this?
If you wait
Door?
long enough for it to create a hole, certainly you have the perfect time to cast it.
Now, how exactly is furnace fueled? It's lava, right?
Sort of. Many dwarven furnaces. There's 2 kinds. There's the kind where they just take some lava or some fire and they keep it warm. But this one, considering no one has been around to maintain it, it probably has an internal heating element, like some sort of special superheated gem that's enchanted for the specific purpose. Wouldn't. By the way, don't try to pick that gem up. Olaf can tell you that it's a great way to fuse your hand with a gem and then die.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to do.
Like the
Need,
third degree.
special tools, adamantium and whatnot.
The third degree burns would slowly crawl up your body as the radiant heat travels through you.
Is
It's
it
great.
possible? What I've been meaning to do is, if it's gonna start just digging through the stuff, like either spill or do something about the whatever's inside, so it burns itself.
Hermes wants to know why we just run.
Okay,
Like,
running sounds
leave?
good. Yeah, leaving sounds good.
Like, weren't we here to fight some goblins or something?
That is
Yes.
true.
Here we're wasting time on a lady's
Did we
teapot.
make a wrong turn somewhere?
We're in the north of where we started, not the northwest of where we started.
Oh, that's a good point. Let's get the fuck out of here and try to head west.
I have an idea, by the way. Maybe
We got some goblins to kill.
Good idea.
Do tell.
Well, there's goblins to the west, probably.
That is a good idea, but
Past the lights.
Yes, probably past the lights.
Let's try. You said it deals damage, Argus.
I didn't say that. I said I assume that it does.
It caused a little scorch mark on your spear shaft.
Yeah. If there is too many of them, it's probably gonna burn you.
Can we just like step in it and see what happens?
I mean, go ahead.
Experimentation is the key to finding solutions.
Experimentation is the key to
You also have a
finding-
zombie that, could probably eat shit without anyone caring.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yes, absolutely, but like, there's more than one passageway, and I only have one zombie.
Oh wait, there's a thing right here. There, can we see that?
There is a door over there, yes, and there's also a door over up here.
I'm gonna just step in it and then step out.
Woo! Ooh, that's scorchy. You take 1 point of fire damage, but if you were to actually move properly through the space, you take like 1d4 from varying densities. As you move through, just that air movement causes them to disperse a bit and then reconveal like a sort of an ambient gas.
Oh, so somebody has to go through it to.
If I
Got it.
take my cape and just swing it,
You have a cape.
well, yes, we picked it up.
Oh yeah,
from Fortress.
that cool cape, yeah.
Yeah. So, can I swing it in such a way as to disperse these things?
Most certainly. That sounds like
Like
a
a
bit of an
fan.
exhausting bit of work, but you could probably manage.
Probably.
Where do you want to go? Because you better pick a direction and
I
follow
would like
it.
to pick a direction towards the closest door first.
What a sexy option. I love it. Cool.
Okay, what about like throwing gold? Would that like clear out the plastic too?
How? It has to like contact with the stuff.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be aiming at all 10 billion of these things?
Well, you know what? You know what, Argus? Trying
What?
never hurt anyone. Maybe she's onto something,
Like
Not
one
everything has to be physics-based.
gold is like.
Okay, you know what?
square.
This was out of character. I'm just gonna pick a coin out of my pocket and just throw
Why
it.
can't you let DG have it? Huh?
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, let's go.
Like, here's my problem with you, Argus. You immediately co-opt the idea. Instead of letting DG have some fun.
Well, they're not really doing anything.
Well, that's because they
and I'm
suggested,
gonna-
and you shoot it down, and then she's like, well, what if it is? And then you immediately do it yourself. Like,
And I said, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Yeah, go ahead then.
just so
Well,
you know,
I mean, look, if nobody's doing anything, how am I supposed to know
if
when
you don't
somebody actually
leave
wants
space for
something?
someone to do anything, they can't do it, Argus. Give it a breathe.
Okay, what skill do I have to do to throw, or can I just throw?
DG throws a coin out there. Whoa. I like that you're immediately throwing money at these things as if you're trying to bribe a beggar, but hey, it's a solution. You're not sure why, but at times they seem partially attracted to the shiny gold coin
Ooh.
as it like flickers against the light in the surrounding area. You are surrounded by lights, by the way, so reflect all kinds of like it sparkles a little bit.
I wonder if I throw my magical torch into the center, they will all like gather near it, right?
Or you'll lose
Is
your
that how I
torch.
picture?
But sure, you can try it. If you do this, just making sure because I don't want to force you to do something that you don't want to do. Just give me the big old.
I'm gonna try my other torch, my normal torch first?
First, I will try a less expensive torch.
Yeah.
My
No,
designer torch
tough.
is for later.
Yeah.
Designer torch.
I'm gonna throw it right there. So
You light a torch. Can you give me a reflex check? Because the second you light this, the nearby things start like cluttering towards you, and you better huck it fast.
is it dexterity check or?
It's a reflex check. It's a specific save. It's under your
I
combat
don't.
section. Saving throws.
Okay.
So you go to your combat tab.
Okay,
it's
got
under-
it.
yeah,
Got
there
it.
you go.
16.
Before they manage to actually reach you and start setting you on fire, or specifically just burn you, you huck the torch. And indeed, those from around an area get sort of sucked towards the light source.
Run! Or
Well, it's only in a small area, like only where the bright light is.
oh, okay. Can I create like? What does the money do? Does that create like a way to move past two?
So what the money did is its flickering seemed to have attracted it. So when the coin is still on the ground, it doesn't reflect all that much exciting, so nothing is much attracted to it. It's like an on again, off again kind of magnet as it briefly reflects the nearby light sources on itself, on its surface.
Okay. I'm gonna try something bold here. I'm gonna throw another torch right here while I'm running to get to this place.
I'm going to assume that your character is competent and understands what the plan is. So you throw the torch, and after a moment, indeed, the area is clear enough that you can move through without hurting yourself. I mean, you'll probably still get
Yeah.
a spot on your clothes or two, but nothing that burns you.
Yeah. And then I can get
Whoop.
here.
Yep, you can move over to the door.
Okay. Whew. I'm gonna try to open it. Guys! Oh, yep. There's another area here!
Is it
Place.
safe for us to try and move through it?
Aramis just walks through and doesn't care at all. He's resistant to fire to sufficient extent that he cannot be harmed by this as long as he doesn't try to run or do anything stupid.
They don't leave me behind.
Fireproof skin, baby. Sometimes being an outcast of society has minor benefits that are very situational.
There's an orb of darkness.
There is an orb of darkness.
Yeah.
The room you enter
Oh, God.
into it's like a small podium, like not a coliseum, one of those theaters, theaters. Chairs are all set around a single area. You might give a nice, like a college education here if you wanted to. The center of the small stage, where normally a big like board would be, where you make notes or like put little diagrams, is dominated by a large sphere of darkness. Anyone with dark vision can sort of peer into it and see the contours of a mask of some kind.
Who has dark vision?
I
Aramis
do.
So yeah, Olaf.
And
would see-
Olaf.
yeah.
And Olaf.
And your tiefling, I think. So hey, that's two people who can see this. Also, technically you're zombie, but your zombie can't communicate this to you in any way.
Yes. I need to step away for a minute or two.
Unfortunately,
Don't get killed, guys.
don't try to teach a zombie sign language. I'll say no.
Okay, do you guys say this? The mask thing?
Yeah, there's some shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I wonder if it's an exhibit.
I wonder. Can I'm gonna try to do this. Can I create enough water on the mask for it to slip away
Would
and
you like to
land?
dislodge it?
You what?
To dislodge it and make it fall on the ground, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think create water specifies how much water it creates. Sure. I think that like 8 gallons will dislodge a mask if you just drop it right on top. Fun fact:
Okay, I'm
did you
gonna
know
do
that in
that.
Pathfinder 2nd Edition, create water has a range of 0 feet? I don't know why they did that.
0 feet.
It's you make it in your square, and I don't like it. It's like, come on, man, how am I supposed to put it in a barrel now? It just comes out of your hand like a tap. Psst.
Pretty much, it like comes out of your hand.
Yeah, I think it's kind of lame. But
I'm
that's
gonna
me.
do that.
Abracadabra.
Create-
The mask falls on the ground. The water fizzles off of it as if it's hot.
Oh.
But- Mm.
Probably hot to touch. Aramis?
Fireproof hands, baby. At the very least, if it's not super hot.
Deadass said fireproof hands. Oh my god.
Well, mean, like, mundane fires do at most like 1d4 fire damage, which he can easily shrug off. But supernatural flames will definitely burn him as well as it will anyone else.
Not true.
So he takes his gloves off. It's like, wait, the dirt. You know what? Fine. Because Argus isn't here to stop him. He like pokes his hand into the darkness. You see him probe around the bits just to make sure.
No, I've made the water so so it would fall out of the darkness.
Oh no! It is the darkness. It is the source of it. Like the darkness goes with it.
Oh shit!
So the ball's not on the ground. You want me to stop? Did I do something wrong? Sorry about the lack of clarity.
Yeah, you can get it.
Kenny's being a bit cautious, but eventually he grasps the mask with his fingers. Kind of holds it up. It's a very ugly mask. He says, as you don't even see him, you just see the ball move around as he moves it because he's invisible inside this darkness. It just looks like a really dark, like, kind of ugly. It's got his mouth wide open. It's like scowling at me, but other than that, it's not hot or anything.
What happens if you wear it?
Are you sure that I should be the one to? Well, everything's dark now.
Why do we have to wear it?
I'm curious.
All right, well, why don't you go wear it then?
Well, because then they couldn't see how beautiful they are.
I mean, yeah, just give it to
Anyways,
me. I
dude,
don't know.
you do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, you can just give it to me, and then because I can't really see.
So the hilarity is that you're in a pitch black darkness and someone's trying to hand you something you can't see. So there's this brief moment where your hands keep missing each other until it just thrusts it in. It's like, okay, here you go. Just be careful. It stopped
Okay.
my dark vision from working. I couldn't see anymore once I put it on.
Hmm.
You slip it on?
Yes.
Well, you see just fine. Actually.
I do?
Yeah, and Aramis suddenly complains that he's in the dark and he doesn't like it. Stop that.
Oh, I'm creating this darkness in a. Whoa.
Olaf, you cannot see
Cool.
into this darkness. When she put on the mask, it just became opaque.
I didn't put on the mask.
So when Aramis put on the mask, nothing changed. Like, he said he couldn't see anymore, but when she put it on, it became opaque even to people with dark vision. She can see through just fine at this point, however. In fact, the room in general seems a bit brighter.
What? Do you want the mask? I start passing it around to Matthias, I guess.
Since the mask is off the wall and Aramis is on the other side, he can actually see it. He's like, hey, there's some dwarven writing on the wall.
Oh,
I don't know dwarven, though.
Yeah, I'm coming. I walk past the sphere of darkness and go read the writing.
It's quite some fascinating writing. It talks about this weird mask. Apparently,
Can I try? Can I prank Olaf and then just be like right next to him wherever he goes, just for like a quick second? He thinks he's out of it, but he's not because I'm like a little bit following.
The problem is when you're not wearing the mask, you can't see through the darkness. When you're wearing the mask, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
So it's a very
hand the
awkward thing to
ma-
pull off.
I'm handing the mask to Matthias.
The wall directly behind it contains several scribbles and scrawlings about this weird mask, and apparently how it's associated with a weird dualistic god or minor deity of light and darkness.
Hello.
Hello, Argus.
Hello. We found a cool mask.
I can see. I mean, I can't see.
Hey, this might be up
But
your
it-
alley. It's related to some god of darkness.
And light.
Light.
I don't think Terminus is like that.
No, this isn't your god.
Hmm.
I'm just saying it's some god shit, and it's not my purview.
Yeah, unfortunately, Olaf is not a very learned person, so when he looks at this, he just goes, big words.
This is not the god of drinking and vengeance. I think.
Who cares? What it does come down to is that, there's this weird god, dualistic nature, might be a twin god, here's a relic that belongs to that person. If someone with dark vision wears it, it doesn't do anything. Except make them blind, because their dark vision turns off. But if someone without dark vision wears it, they gain dark vision, and the cloud becomes opaque to those with natural dark vision. Which is a really weird roundabout way of making things.
So yeah,
That's so cool.
one of you humans might want to wear this thing.
Yeah, but
Does
what?
that give Matthias permanent sneak attack?
Why would it give him sneak attack?
He's not a rogue.
Oh wait, he's not a rogue. Shit, never mind.
He's a samurai.
Samurai.
Remember to
I mean,
hire
you
a
give it to
samurai.
him, he's just gonna put it on. Like, oh, okay.
Now, listen up, man. You gotta hire samurai.
Hire a samurai.
That's a meme. That's a good one.
Do you want the mask, Matthias?
Sure.
Handsome. Cool. I'll just throw it in my Matthias' inventory. A spooky, scary mask that only people with dark vision can actually witness its shape. Although, unless you could find a mirror, I guess. Who knows how it interacts with mirrors? Probably not great. Probably not great. Here, let me throw in a cool anti-darkness mask. Let's just give it a fancy name like that. And let's say that we're gonna throw it off here for tonight. Gives me some time to look up a cool icon for this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was picking the mask from The Mask.
It's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Let's see if I can find a good icon for that. Ooh, there's some really good ones. I like this one personally. No, I found a better one. I like this one. You can show the class if you want to. Like
Ooh,
so.
it's nice looking.
Cool.
Where is it?
Just linked it. Anti-darkness mask.
Hell yeah,
Oh.
it works for me.
Are you always surrounded by darkness now?
Gives him dark vision.
What about the darkness?
Yeah, he's always surrounded.
Oh really?
Yeah, the darkness is only there as long as it's exposed. Like, it emanates from it, so if you put it in a bag, you're fine.
Cool. So everything is permanently has a mischance against you.
Yeah, but it also affects your friends and your melee fighters, so...
Yeah.
Darkness is a two-edged sword a lot of the time. Hey, but if you're on your lonesome, it's a great way to fuck with people.
Noted.
It's a great way to really give them the rock 'em, sock 'em. Can I actually associate it with the... Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, it works exactly as I hope it does. Sort of. Let me just... Does this work? Oh. No? 5? There we go. Then light animation type, black hole. There.
Black hole.
I think if you unequip it, yeah, it does that. Cool.
Nice.
It's a nice ace to have up your sleeve, as it was.
Matthias has a black hole. Desu.
Desu. Anyway, let's get to the experience part. I gotta pull up the GM section that tells me how to work that. Surprised the GM screen doesn't come with a little table for it. But hey, that's just a theory. It's not a theory, it's a truth.
Or game theory. A game theory.
This is the part where you can turn on that Wario da song if you want to, from Wario Land 2 specific.
And we're running out of time.
No. I'm gonna look it up while I'm also looking at this thing.
No.
I can't find it. Oh my goodness. It's probably in there somewhere, but I'll look it up in a bit. I gotta give you guys your points. You've done things. You've found stuff. You've solved riddles and puzzles. That reminds me, I should probably ascribe some value to solving that. Okay, so, well, you know what? 4 and then 3 divided by 2, so 1. There we go. Here we go. Handsome. Sorry for being so mean today, Argus. Anyway, let's see.
Mean? What?
I think everyone's level 4 right now, right?
Yes.
Effective level 4 at least. Sexy. That can use the same math for everyone.
When were you mean?
but I was yelling at you. Point is,
So?
Argus, we're getting to the point where I do experience points. So shh. I need to focus, otherwise I'm going to make stupid decisions. Times 5 divided by 4 divided by 5. So that's 60 for those guys. Don't worry, I'll give you the totals in a bit. 300 times 8 divided by 2 divided by 5. Man, that goes up quick. 3 is 900 times 4 divided by 2 is 1800 divided by 5 is... Oh man, it's going to be a big payout. You are looking at a non-insubstantial amount of points. I wonder if they kept track of to make numbers specifically easily divisible by 4, 5, and 6, and 3. Shouldn't be too hard to do, considering I think the number 12. Nah, 5's hard. Although if you get big numbers, you can accommodate for fractions. CR5, that's a pretty big payout. That's 1800. 100 divided by 5 is... No, not times 5, thank you. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba. And 540. Let's add the big numbers together and you will have your totals. We are looking at... Cool. Clear, clear, clear. 60 plus 240 plus 360 plus 180 plus 360 plus 540 is a total of 1,740 experience points for everyone.
How much? 1,700?
Nice.
1,740. Aramus, which should have about the same experience that Argus does. Although I think it's actually slightly behind.
11,020 for me.
I think you level up, Argus.
Yes, so I am left with
Nice.
Aramis levels up
1020.
too. What a brave boy. Oh, it's misinterpreting.
The Simpsons.
How can I
How
handle
much-
leveling up?
How much was the experience?
1740.
1,700.
Let me just put
Oh,
it in
nice.
here. In fact, let me click a character, because this happened during my other game a lot. I would click a character that's dead, and I would be like, "This is how many experience points they're polite enough to tell you about it." There you go. Unfortunately, Aramis goes up to the next level, which means that he disjoints once more.
Disjoints? What?
He
Need to go-
desynchronizes.
I should have 2015.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean disjoints?
Desyncs.
Oh,
Because you and Aramis are slightly different in terms of experience points, in terms of level,
Yes.
because you're adjusted. So what are you guys at? You're at 8,000?
Can I put my alignment as chaotic good? Because I'm feeling that vibe. I don't feel like I'm lawful good.
I don't think druids can be anything but neutral good.
yeah.
Oh,
You gotta be neutral, baby. Gotta be
'Kay.
flexible.
From the best of the environment.
Oh my goodness, Aramis. I can't believe it. You're finally a higher level character. You're finally 4.
How many hit points does he get?
Oh my goodness, let's see. Please, Aramis, if you roll on, I'll give you a cookie.
So he stays under 10.
Ooh, what ability score am I gonna increase? Which one is an uneven one? None. I can get his wisdom up. I guess it wouldn't hurt him to be a little bit braver after everything that's happened. A little bit smarter about things. Oh, the mistakes you've made. He rolled 1!
The weakest wizard in the world.
shit.
What a brave boy. Oh god, I'm dying. Aramis, you poor fool.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm dying. I can't believe I'm fucking dead. I'm gonna increase his knowledge on religion a bit. That's coming useful. Decipher script's always been a spiel, and you know what? He's been in the dungeon a lot. Let's give him history. I wonder if it's broken or if that's just how it works out for him. Oh my god, you poor guy. He has 9 hit points, baby.
Horrible. Level 4 with 9 hit points.
He's a hero. Appreciate him.
Let's put this in perspective, guys. I think at level 1, Olaf had 14 hit points.
Yeah.
To be fair, once he gets a con improving item, he'll probably shoot up like crazy.
True.
If his con was +1, he'd get 13. He would 13. Aramis, I just want to put my hands on his shoulder like, you poor man. A strong breeze could kill you. Oh, he gets 2 new spells. On the plus side, he gets new slots, and he gets to be a little bit better at his job. I still haven't given him a familiar. It's work. Poor guy. What to give him? What would be useful?
I got 6 hit points.
Sexy. Considering how many doors you've been dealing with, maybe get him knock. That's a fun
Is
one to
this
have.
is this with con or?
The roll is without con, so on that window it's.
Oh.
Argus, you're leveling up. You get more slots and you get to do better things, right? Also,
Yes.
you get an ability score increase. Hey, you can increase an ability score if you want to. Get that charisma up.
Yes.
So where do you have to select that on the menu? Oh, let's take a look. See, knock. Oh, knock might not be a bad one because it just opens.
Doors, yeah.
It's a good one in case you really want to get somewhere. Sure, that seems like a good option for him. Dazed monster, living creature of 6 hit dice or less is his next action. It's not a bad option, but that is enchantment, and he can't do that. He doesn't like that. He hates it. Get out of here.
So where would I set the crafting skill?
The what?
Crafting for cooking.
Survival.
Let's take a look. See.
It's not it because I've said it's not that.
Oh, you have to close it and reopen it. It should now have it. You have to add it to your skill list first, then you can select it. So just fill it in and then open it later once you're done. So you can edit it in post. Buckaroo.
Okay.
Did you level 2 up to Argus?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yep.
He's
What?
now level 4.
I put 1 point into charisma to even it out. Yeah, it's still 10, but at least it's not -1.
Argus has a +1 in cooking. Once he gets those skill ranks, he'll be a +2 in cooking or more.
Oh, you've already edited, sorry.
I love that if you are affected by the litter dust, you just take a -40 to high
what?
checks. I'm sparkling, baby. Anyone can find me.
Mm.
I think it says something, because here's the weird thing. When you think about it, what it really says is, because it's a -40, it implies that if you are in cover, there's no high checks. Why would you take a high check if you're in cover? Because, well, maybe someone can see you around it. But it says something. It implies a certain physicality to the skill. If you're invisible, you get a +40 to high checks if you're immobile, or +20 if you're moving. So it also cancels out invisibility. That's great. It's pretty cool. In fact, that's so smart. That's so smart. You even mentioned specifically that a ranger can do it anywhere. Man, I don't know. What has he been having issues with? I guess I could give him false life considering that he's such a freaking weenie, but that's not been a problem per se. Scare. Panics creatures with less than 6 hit dice. Oof. 1 per 3 levels. It's actually not a bad option. It's also pyrotechnics. Turn fire into blinding light and smoke.
I have leveled up.
Handsome. I'll see what I'm going to get him spell-wise later. But that's